Coming up on Now You Made It Awkward podcast.
Jeff, Chad,
Everyone in the van.
everyone in the van. We're going to get pie.
Let's go.
We're all going to go get some of Heidi's pie. Wait,
There's only two seats. You're riding in the bunk.
Never mind. That sounded way worse than I wanted it to.
Strawberry jelly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The sweet, spicy stuff. Oh, my gosh, it works.
So we got a lot more pickles. We got a bunch
Here
of
we go
pickles. Okay, so
You got nipples?
no, I said pickles.
Oh.
I do have nipples, but I didn't buy any. I didn't buy any pickled nipples. Thanks.
Moose Jaws movie.
Okay.
So, does it ever get to you guys? Do y'all get that got funded? You're like, oh,
Well, I mean, when you're a rich guy like Kevin Smith,
I know,
just
but
make it happen.
still.
Okay. Yes, Moose Jaws the movie, planned by Kevin Smith, is still happening, but it's been delayed.
Oh, thank God.
It was originally.
I'm just looking forward to a Paul Blart type movie where it's a security guard in a parking lot of an industrial complex who his only sidekick is his dog, and he has to go to war with some guys trying to break into the thing. That would be his movie about him.
El Jefe Grande.
El putos mucho. You're just gonna have the hat on all the time, and whenever you sneak up on somebody, you'll say, "Howdy, putos."
I gained a total of 7 inches overall. I did a 4-inch suspension lift, and the tires gave it another 3.
On a Jetta wagon.
Yeah,
It's very stupid.
Oh, yeah.
it's very awesome.
Yeah, I started to say.
It's very stupid.
I see her rolling up over black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats.
So Leo just sent me a article from the Wall Street Journal.
Okay.
Group backed by George Soros to plow millions into turning Texas blue.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
They've been doing.
They've been trying.
Yeah, but now they're going to actively try because they're losing California and everything else. They need Texas. What was I doing?
That won't happen.
They've been making a full push for that for some time.
Dude, it's Soros. What he wants happens. You know,
Is he still alive? Or
Yeah, he's
just
still
like-
alive. I mean, he's got.
You don't think he's in like in a
He
cryogenic?
looks
No,
like
he's
he looks like a fat crypt keeper.
That's what I'm saying. But the
no.
son,
He's literally a Bond villain.
yeah,
He is literally a Bond villain.
His
It's
cat-
fucking
his
nuts.
cat-
He
Cat's
needs the
probably-
Himalayan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
but I bet his is the skinless or the furless, right?
Yeah, the furless,
hairless.
like after was it Austin Powers 2?
Yeah.
yeah,
After they froze the cat.
exactly.
Yeah. Mr. Bigglesworth.
Bigglesworth, yeah.
All right, boys, let's get started. Let's go ahead
Oh, yeah.
and pop these beers.
we going?
We're gonna we're going. We're gonna
Hold
do
on.
it.
Let me
So,
try to do it like the old
Yeah.
commercials.
3, 2, 1.
Engage.
Nice. So we're gonna do an impromptu taste test here. Because we're running a little bit late and we do have a guest over here. So this is actually going to be a collaboration from Weldworks and Toppling Goliath. And it's Dino Bits. It's a double hazy IPA.
Okay.
8 point some odd %. But it's got the T-Rex on there, which leads me to believe it's similar to their Sioux.
Okay.
Yep, that's completely unoffensive.
That's not as powerful as I was.
That's a very
anticipating.
good double.
Nice.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think some Mosaic in there, possibly some Centennial. Could be wrong. I will accept if I'm wrong, but they don't list what's in it.
They don't. It's not Apollo.
Nobody uses Apollo anymore.
That was good stuff.
But no Citra, because everybody overloads everything with Citra. But not bad.
Dino
I think it was
Bits.
10 bucks, 10 or 12 bucks for the 4-pack.
Okay.
Hey, this way I get through a 4-pack easy. it's like I don't have to drink most of a 4-pack to myself.
Well, that's a decent price
Yeah.
compared to what we were paying over the weekend.
Correct. So, going to be a slight, since you're not too familiar with the show, Brad. Normally we do some rambling opening conversation. Then I'll do our intros and that kind of stuff like that.
Okay.
And we'll just roll right into everything after that.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
and we don't have any set topics specifically, except talking about this weekend because we were all there
Right.
conveniently.
Yeah.
And then you had brought up a couple articles that we should probably mention. anyways.
Definitely.
But before we get going too far, I do want to say sad news over the weekend. Shaun's sister-in-law, Misty, did pass away. So she was on her last legs, as it was when we talked on the last show. So she's had severe cancer basically like everywhere. Like just this particular form of cancer that was popping up in everything. Liver, lungs, brain, breast, everywhere.
Yeah, she went downhill
Man.
fast.
Yeah, so she's been fighting it for about a year and a half. Surgeries, all kinds of treatments. You mentioned ivermectin. They did try it.
Yeah.
It did nothing. It literally did
Really?
nothing. Yeah. Because this puts, and I talked to Shaun about this, and I'm like, this might be a weird case of that turbo cancers they've been talking about realistically, because they already had it before, but it was in remission until she got the COVID shots.
Really?
After she got the third booster, it came back, and it came back hard. So there may or may not be actual science to
There's
that.
so much wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a pureblood. Gonna stay that.
Yeah, yeah. Amen.
Pointed at your face.
No, fuck you.
You literally. Here, let me show you what you're doing. This is what you're doing.
Okay, and
This is what you need to do. Because I know you can't see your own face.
get over
that
it,
you're
crazy
off camera.
person.
It's nice to hear your voice, Jeff. Which actually is true, because there was no hearing anything Saturday. That was just so noisy.
It was loud.
Doing the podcast with no headphones is weird because you don't hear
It's just
as much.
hope and a prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I still haven't cracked that open yet, but I will. But back to Misty. So it is sad. She did pass away. They did get her home. There was worry they weren't going to be able to. They drove all the way down to MD Anderson, 7 hours, to get her checked out to see what was going on. She was having intense headaches and nausea and dizziness. Turns out the brain cancers were swelling to the point, causing intracranial pressure and all that. So they gave her some meds to lower that, and then basically 2 days later, heavily sedated her, and then they took her home because they wanted her to be able to pass at home. And everybody's basically been hanging out there every day since, summer. Shaun's wife, effectively wife, basically spent almost every day watching her sister die, just like she spent almost every day watching her dad die 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Sean
And her
told,
grandma in between.
Shaun
Man.
told me afterwards he got his nephew in the shop with him and just kept him there for a day or two.
Yeah,
And he says it kind of helped.
yeah,
And I explained to him that grief needs an outlet. Action focuses some of that energy, some of that emotion, and doing a repetitive task or something you don't have to think about really helps clear the mind.
that's true. But
Yeah.
also, he was telling me that the kid is kind of doesn't realize what happened yet.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad.
How old?
She was in her.
He's what, 10?
Oh, the kid?
Yeah.
No,
That's-
he's
sorry
he's
about that.
he's 8.
Yeah, okay.
He's 8. Okay.
Yeah, so he's 8. He's got older siblings,
Okay.
and the doctor told them when this all started, look, this is effectively a terminal diagnosis. We've got a lot of experimental crap we can throw at it, but odds are you're still going to die. But you have a choice. We can go ahead and start irradiating or chemo or whatever, surgery where we can. And you're probably going to die slow, and your kids are going to watch you be miserable until you pass. Or you can try to have as much fun and give your kids the best 9 or 10 months that they could possibly have remembering you, and then you can pass, hopefully kind of peacefully.
Yeah.
But they went with the latter choice, literally up until the last second, still trying to throw the kitchen sink at it.
Yeah.
I
I can understand that.
I mean, and we sort of discussed it, but like for me, like we don't have kids yet. So it's like, sure. I mean, why not try some stuff? But if it was like, no, you're still going to fucking die, I'd be like, I'm going to spend as much time with my family doing things, hit all the bucket list shit. Everybody's going along. And then when I go, I go.
Absolutely.
How I want to go.
Yeah.
Fuck all the chemo. Fuck all the suffering. Fuck surgeries that might fuck you up or radiating your brain, which is one thing they ever wanted to do. But that literally cripples you. That's what happened to their dad. He didn't want it. They talked him into it, and then he suffered up until he died. It's fucking sad. And
That's brutal.
so heart goes out to that family, and hopefully Summer can find some kind of solace this time, because she still hadn't dealt with the last two. I mean, literally in 1 year, they lost their dad, her grandma, which is basically her mom, because her mother was murdered as when she was a child. That's always a fun story. One of these days, I'm going to have Shaun come on, and we'll literally go over the entire story of how that went about, because it's crazy.
Yeah, he's never going to get down here.
No, I mean I can go up there. I mean, I'm
That's
planning,
what we're gonna have to do.
I mean, I'm planning on visiting him again.
I mean, next time I go see my brother up in Lubbock, I'll probably swing by on the way.
It's still a long drive even
Yeah.
from Lubbock because he's up damn near Oklahoma.
Oh wow.
Yeah, North Texas, Oklahoma. But
strength and prayers that to that family.
Oh, what, like north of Denton and all that?
somewhere over there. Yeah.
No, it's not that bad. I got a friend up at Lake Louisville.
so when-
it's
when
not
you-
that long of a drive from there.
When you get to Fort Worth, keep going up at a diagonal for another hour and a half.
187.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I know was a pain in the dick because there was
That's a long road. Goes all the way to Amarillo.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a very long
We
road.
were coming back from Colorado Springs with my best friend, and this boy wouldn't let me sleep every hour. Which way do we go? Still fucking straight.
That way for another.
We finally hit
12 hours.
Amarillo, got something to eat. I jumped in the passenger seat. All right, fucker, this is 187. If you get off of this goddamn road or wake me up until you, unless you hit Fort Worth, I'm beating your fucking ass. Let me sleep for a few hours.
Right.
Don't do some Dumb and Dumber shit. Wow.
But what if I got a pee? So they get back on the fucking road.
Exactly.
That's the same asshole. He went with me up to, where was it? Mount Vernon, Illinois, delivering a truck. And a truck was on the trailer behind us in a car hauler, backwards because everything was fucked up on it, acting like a parachute. Burned a whole double tank of fuel up there and only one coming back. We'll put it that way.
Wow.
But every time he'd
downhill.
see a cop, I'd hear Kojak with a Kodak. Always something.
Yeah.
I finally said, fucker, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm making you ride in that truck. You're staying there till we get there. He's only been my best friend for 20 years.
Yeah, those are the guys. That's who. Sometimes you have to talk that way, right?
Yes.
Then we started laughing about him sitting back there waving at people, holding up help signs.
Duct tape wrists.
Yeah.
Damn Skippy. Damn Skippy. All right. I want to pull this up right quick. So I do want to mention the fact that we do actually have some extra episodes going up for Men's Mental Health Month.
Dave, you've been busy this month.
Yeah, so Victor's episode went up Saturday. That was a really good one, learning how he dealt with dysthymia, which apparently is a low-level, long-lasting depression. I didn't know that was a
Like
thing.
mono.
That was literally my joke. No joke. I was like, turns out I thought I had mono. Turns out I was just really depressed.
Really bored.
Yeah, really
That's the
bored.
quote.
Oh, I know I forgot something. I need to get a replacement battery for my remote. I can't turn my other lights on. But either way, so Victor was a really good one. And over on the Patreon, the Charlie episode is up there for the uncut. And I already discovered some stuff I have to remove from that episode. I
Oh,
was
it's Charlie. Yeah.
yeah, it was Charlie. So either way, so y'all need to go check that out. But we might as well get rolling here as soon as I remember how the hell Firefox works.
There you go.
Yep. So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Now You Made It Awkward podcast, episode 149. So we only got 2 till we do the 151
Right.
special. So I need to start planning that out. Because you're literally just popping in, you're very, very, very new.
Yeah.
So on 151, we're going to do a 151 questionnaire. Yes, no's.
While drinking 151 base drinks.
Oh,
Slowly.
that'll be.
Slowly.
For
Enlightening.
you, I'm getting a ride.
Well, we can do 151 drink and then drink normal stuff the rest of the night. So we don't die. How about that? Either way. So guys, I am Shoky. You can follow me at all the Shoky related links down below, whether that's Shoky Reviews, Shoky Reviews 2, or the It Doesn't Have to Make Sense live stream channel. And of course, if you're here on YouTube, Rumble, or otherwise, I forgot to upload the episode to Rumble again, but you know what? They're nothing but
Rumble's
bots.
an afterthought.
They're literally nothing but bots on Rumble. That's the only reason I'm pissed off about that. But make sure you hit that subscribe button and then rate us on any of the audio platforms if you check
Or
it.
comment or something. Somebody say something.
That too. Interaction will be great. Leave comments. We ask questions all the time and nobody's answering them. It's kind of sad. And then, of course, guys, if you want the full uncut video version of the podcast, because I don't always put out the full video, I usually cut it for literally for space savings, because otherwise it'd be like 30 gigs for a normal episode. Go check out the Patreon for as little as $5 a month. You can support this show alone, plus 4 times a month video calls, plus trivia nights, which actually this Wednesday we're doing trivia night for all levels, so that'll be a lot of fun. And then over here, back in his chair again with the hat I requested for the day.
He likes my hat.
We have a Hefe.
Yeah, took a week off. I'm back, man. It's good to be back.
Indeed. And you can follow him at the Grounded and Grumpy
Yep.
on the Instagram, where he has been posting
I've
stuff.
been posting a thing or two. I've remembered.
You did. You didn't take any pictures this weekend, though.
I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did.
I was busy doing things.
Yeah, you could have pulled out the camera. You could have pulled out the camera. See, this is what I'm trying to train you on. Pull out the camera when you're doing things so you film more.
Brother, I was on one of the first days off I've had in a long while, and I was living in the moment, enjoying myself.
And what's funny is, what did I do with my day off? Worked the whole time. Either way, so go check out his IG. He's finally doing fucking things over there. And then actually guesting today is a face that you guys will see again if that episode's actually usable. We do have Brad over here, casting a shadow in Chad's chair.
Hello, folks.
Hi, Brad.
Subbing in.
Yeah, subbing in. So legitimately, like, I've been running into Brad off and on for a while now, him and his lovely wife, Brittany.
Mm-hmm.
And only, for some reason, only at Frankenboltzzzz did we finally discover we're both mega nerds.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, like, we just literally were just having endless conversations while my poor wife sat by herself at a different table the whole time. Like, no joke, that one Saturday, man, I felt bad.
I did too.
Yeah.
It occurred to me after we got out of our deep discussion. I was,
Yeah.
Lord.
oh, whoops.
So the Batman conversation is what came from our discussion.
Okay.
The who should play the new Batman. So that came from there. And you don't have any socials for anybody to follow. So
Not particularly, no.
You're a spy. So it's fine. Like, you are super secret. Super
He'll pop
secret.
his head up once in a while, but he hides.
Yeah, super
Yeah.
secret squirrel, man.
I control my dog's account. That's about it.
Wait, you actually have an account for the dog?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, what's that? I don't-
Benny and Butters.
Benny and Butters?
Benny and Butters, yeah.
Fuck yeah,
They
okay.
have
Go,
that.
go check out Benny is on IG, I assume.
Yeah, it's on.
Fuck yeah, let's go look at it. Benny and
Benny
Butters.
and
After
Butters.
the fact.
Benny and Butters.
Look, everybody loves dog accounts for the most part.
Oh, yeah.
All I can hear is Butters from South Park.
That's everybody's first thought.
Yeah, that's literally the first thought. But Hefe, where can they contact the show?
They can email us at nowyoumadaitawkwardmail@gmail.com. Somebody, probably not me, is going to respond to you.
That would be me.
Hit us up with questions, comments, concerns, whatever. You can also follow us on Facebook at Now You Made It Awkward Podcast.
Mhm.
On our Facebook page, you can also follow us on Instagram at Naimia_pod.
Or just search for Now You Made It Awkward. Either way.
Exactly. Both ways will get you there.
Indeed. And I posted a lot this weekend because of the event we went to. You know, made a lot of new friends,
Yes.
and some in the podcasting space, which hopefully will lead to some more stuff both for you and me.
That'd be great.
That'd be interesting. So he has a weird business opportunity in theory. I just have fun podcasts.
At this point, it's a theory, maybe. But I wouldn't mind branching out, doing something different.
Yeah,
If nothing else, it's connections.
Yes.
Connections are always good.
absolutely.
Knowing my luck, he's going to call me when I'm on my way to Alaska or on my way back and be like, sorry, I can't.
Well, see, the problem is that you're going to miss the Shinedown concert because you will be on your way to Alaska. So
Depends on, because we're leaving the 15th and getting back on the 29th.
you'll literally be on the
Oh,
road,
yeah.
the whole time.
You will be.
So we're going to hopefully make it to the
That's a
Shinedown
bummer.
concert.
Yeah, no.
Maybe I can catch him further north.
Right. All
Who
right.
knows, man?
Indeed. But we do have a Shaun question because he does send in voicemails.
He
too.
hits us up on our Facebook account and sends us voice messages. I believe the way it works, you have to send us a text message first.
Mhm.
After that, there's a little microphone icon. You can hit that and yell at us to your heart's content.
And I got a notification from Meta the other day that we can actually accept calls.
Uh-oh.
So in theory, we could do live calls. It could be a shit show. but
Wow.
we can
yeah.
technically do live calls through Meta.
If it's a shit show, it better be a shit show.
Yeah, we'll see.
My
Seriously.
favorite shows of all. He absolutely hates them. Chad and I love them.
Yeah, so Chad couldn't make it today. So nobody was listening when I said, don't give Chad work on Mondays.
Nobody did.
So
He got all the work.
He literally got all the work. He had a busy day Friday when I went over there to visit him because I needed those stickers printed. And he was working on 2 fucking tow trucks at the time.
Yeah.
Apparently got more tow trucks and a fire truck that he had to get.
Dude, he came through beautifully with the signs from a van.
Yep, that too. indeed.
You saw the picture. The contrast
Yeah.
is perfect, even in low light. It's a sign that says the dog is fine, AC is on, owner will be back soon.
Nice.
So I got that standalone AC in the van.
Yeah, yeah.
When I'm running
I saw
errands,
that's a good rig.
Yeah,
I
that's where
fire that
Jessica
up.
was sleeping.
For real?
on Saturday.
And she walked to Hefe,
Yeah.
and you turn on your AC and let me take a nap.
No, she made me ask you.
Yeah.
She's like, can you ask him?
Yeah. Can you hook that up?
When you, as whenever you said that, and I'm like, you go nap in his van, and she's like, can you go ask him?
Yes.
So either way,
She did. She was out there for what, 3 hours?
she was out there for at least 2.
Yeah.
but she slept for about an hour.
But the
hour
van
and 10.
still needed an hour to cool off.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
hot.
wow.
It was still hot.
Well,
but
I don't have I have insulation on the floor and on the ceiling. I need to do the sides.
yeah, the sides
Okay,
are just
okay.
baking. But I was gonna say
Because it is a little toaster.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
bet.
so.
Especially this time of year.
Even though he's not here because he is busy, we should plug Chad's stuff.
Yep. Hit him up at.
C4 Graphics on
Yes.
the Facebooks, so you can go hit him up for business, just not on Mondays,
Well,
or possibly in the future, not on Thursdays.
we are toying with the idea of swapping our recording days.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean Monday's great for me.
Mondays have
I'm
been
off.
problematic for about 50% of the time in the past 2 or 3 months,
Oh wow.
Yeah, because he wasn't that busy, and now he's very busy.
which is good for
Good
him.
thing. Yeah.
Good for him, yes, absolutely great for him. But he joined the show because he wasn't
You know,
that busy.
he got a
and
new
could make
location. He's got more room. It's air conditioned. He can pull full fire trucks into the bay,
Oh wow.
it. Well, not giant fire trucks, but
but the ones
Right.
that are coming to him.
not a ladder truck, but a normal tanker.
I don't think we have ladder trucks out there.
Bro, you never know. They have one for the whole county
One.
because they don't have tall buildings.
It won't start.
Yep. it won't start. But either way, go check out Chad and keep the money flowing towards him so I can keep getting free.
He does fantastic work.
I just as long as I get free stuff printed.
No, I'm still going to throw him some money, whether he likes it or not. He shouldn't be footing the bill for us. All
No, but I mean, like he printed literally like $4 worth of stickers.
Yeah.
So he's not that concerned. No, when he does our fucking table cover, that's getting paid for.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was
which
about-
would have been great to have Saturday, but I wasn't going to press him for it because I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to manage it.
Mhm.
Saturday was a fucking coin toss.
Yeah.
Either way, so we do have a Shaun message.
It was
so-
a good day. It was. I posted on Facebook. It was probably one of the best days I've had in a very long time.
That's good. Yeah, we had a good time.
I had idea.
Uh-oh.
I just had a brainwave.
I'm scared.
For 151, we should have call-in questions.
No one will call in.
2 people might. They might if they know they
and
can.
they better have like 15 questions apiece.
Hey, if they want to have segments with people, I'm down. Either way,
You're
So
inviting some chaos there, man.
it's already chaos. Episode 100 was
We're already
absolute
curmudgeonly
chaos.
assholes.
Oh wow. I'm in a good spot. I just found.
All right, let's see what Shaun's got for us. Oh, let me play the previous one for sound check. Me remove this. Yep, that's what I was worried about. Why is it not connected? Or maybe the Bluetooth volume was all the way down. Okay, yeah, Bluetooth volume was all the way down from earlier. So I had to cut the connection earlier because things that I didn't need connected were still connected, much like his earbuds were in his van, still connected to his phone.
Still are.
Yeah, still are. So I had
You ever pop in your earbuds and leave the house without the case?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all.
almost never, but it happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so Shaun's actual question.
Question for the pod. Hey, what is the side dish that white people tend to fuck up the most at the cookout? I say that because recently I've had a chance to sample at least 24 people's cooking, and now bland has a whole new meaning to me. I cannot believe you managed to fuck this up. It's literally like 3 things put together, and I don't know what the fuck that is, but it don't belong here. So, what's the dish that white people tend to fuck up the most?
I would like to know why it has to only be white people. I'm pretty sure other people fuck up their sides. First and foremost, I'm going to say potato salad.
Bingo. That's my number one.
That was in the back of my mind. That
There are so many different variations and so few that I like.
Okay, so let's ask that question real quick. So we're going to start with potato salad. If we have any other answers, we'll go there. Favorite type of potato salad or a standard cookout?
My mother's. Simple mustard, a little bit of Miracle Whip, diced pickles, eggs, and that's it. Salt, pepper.
Brad?
Simple.
Let
No
me-
onions.
Let me ask about a preference real quick. Is
Sure.
it chunky or whipped?
Chunky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You go half and half.
All right.
if you're gonna do that. So
Well, mixing it makes it a little whipped,
well,
but you start with chunky and you mix it thoroughly, and it breaks it down a little bit.
Okay. All right.
personally, if you
Skin on.
you take one potato, overboil it, smash that, and then mix the rest chunky.
All right.
Personally, but the same what he said.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would add onions just because
Okay.
Yeah, I'm an onion guy.
you're an onion guy too.
Yeah, I'm an onion
See,
guy.
I like
Nice red
onions,
onions.
in any way, shape, or form other than raw. You cook
Oh,
it in
no.
any other variation, I love them.
I can eat them raw.
Too bad you didn't get my awesome caramelized onions.
No one did.
I did. I'll talk about that later. Any other sides that people tend to fuck up?
Coleslaw. I'm sure people can jack up some coleslaw.
The question is, are they jacking it up, or are we just
Or
not
is it
liking it?
Yeah, what you don't like.
Yeah. I
'cause-
mean, of course.
Because I would say flavor wise, coleslaw you could fuck up. Like you don't add enough mayo or enough vinegar or whatever.
Yeah.
I think with coleslaw, if you don't cook not coleslaw, potato salad, you don't get them cooked down enough until they're too hard, or like the texture sucks because you
Or you
added too
don't
many
have
other
enough
things.
Wet condiment in there to mesh everything together.
Or for some reason you put grapes in it.
Oh, what the fuck?
Okay, well there's chicken / tuna salad that they put grapes in.
Hold on. No.
Yes, I agree. I agree with the no. Why the fuck fruit doesn't go in vegetable dishes?
Or
in my opinion.
one of the things I still don't get is the macaroni salads. They're always god awful and bland and weird and cold and jiggly.
Well, yeah, if it's a cold salad, yeah. I'm with you there.
Okay, so we're going.
If I want macaroni, it better have cheese and it better be hot with fried onions over it.
First
Oh,
of
yeah,
all,
yeah.
first of all, a
Hey, hey, keep talking.
look,
This ain't an accident.
for me, a pasta salad has to be spirals.
Spirals, yes.
Oh yeah.
I want an Italian pasta salad.
Okay.
I want that vinaigrette, the fucking Italian
Yeah.
seasoning. You know, maybe some tomatoes if you're feeling randy. No olives, because fuck you people. But that's me.
Amen.
Olives go on a muffaletta.
Yeah, so basically it's
No olives.
muffaletta in there. But anyway, I would say, yeah, macaroni. People can fuck that shit.
Oh, yeah,
Just basic mac and cheese, people somehow fuck it up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know my wife doesn't know how to cook it.
Well, you always got to add more cheese to it.
Yes.
That's a given.
I've never
Yes.
heard that complaint. There's too much cheese.
Well, no, that is possible because if it's literally so much cheese and then it congealed to the point that you can't eat it.
Oh, I don't
Well,
disagree
I've
that
had
it's
that happen.
possible. I've just
The
never
best
heard that
macaroni
complaint.
is the simplest. It's the Velveeta shells with the big packet of cheese, the family size.
Yeah.
Squished in the lid, all the cheese goes in, and then 2 more slices of American go on top of it with salt and pepper. Mix and done.
Wow.
I mean, it would be nice.
That's pretty
if-
easy.
It would be nice if Velveeta was actually cheese, though.
Who cares?
People who actually make it with real cheese. But no, when I say
And that's where people fuck up. They try to make it from scratch and they get the bechamel wrong and they build up the cheese sauce wrong.
But you don't
and
have
it's
to go-
grainy as fuck.
you don't have to go fully from scratch because I buy the HEB pre-made type, but then I'll add extra cheese,
Yeah.
some hot sauce, some other stuff to it. You know, zhuzh it up a little bit. But when I say Jessica can't make macaroni and cheese,
She boils the cheese and forgets to add the
no, she fucking didn't even.
Whoops.
She didn't
Whoops.
measure. She didn't measure the water. First of all, she just put in some amount of water in the pot, put the noodles in fucking cold, not got it boiling first.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you a man? Men are the ones who ignore instructions on the box. It's like literally, it tells you exactly every single step of the way.
This
with-
is the worst
with
cereal
artwork.
I've ever had.
Yeah, it was so.
Man.
So basically, I fixed it real quick because she didn't get 2 steps in before I noticed she was fucking it up. Because she only had to make 2 fucking things. It got me to only this year for her to finally scramble eggs without leaving most of them in the pan. Because she wouldn't fucking lube the pan.
What's wrong with butter? Use butter.
Yeah,
Lots of
yeah,
butter.
butter.
She doesn't like butter.
Go butter.
Or make bacon and do scrambled eggs in the bacon grease.
Oh.
Dude, if she
Dirty eggs are the best in the world.
No,
Very-
no
correct.
fault here.
No arguing there. I made like I told you the other day, we made I made open faced breakfast burgers for breakfast.
You know, we'll do big breakfast for dinners at the farm and do it all on my big, huge griddle.
Oh yeah.
And the last thing I do is the eggs right after the bacon and sausage. And all that goodness into the eggs, one of our favorite things.
It's good stuff, man.
Damn Skippy. I mean, I'm getting hungry right now.
I know.
Well, he's actually very hungry. He hasn't eaten really today.
Oh, boy.
I don't eat during the day usually.
Oh boy.
I
Yeah,
do
he
the
does
fasting
a lot
and
of
all that.
fasting.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
But he
Yeah.
works overnight.
We
so,
talked about it a lot.
Yeah, we did. We did.
So you know what it's like to sit and talk with Brad for hours.
I'm cool with it.
which is why I knew he'd be a great fit to come and join us here. But I'm trying to think any other sides that people might fuck up, because so many other things have become more entree level than they are at this point. So
Green
Well,
beans.
Yeah.
I love you. Well, beans.
Well, green beans are my biggest thing because they shouldn't fucking squeak when you bite them.
I like a tiny.
No.
That's
I like
bacon.
I like them to be a little waxy.
Bacon, little hot sauce, Worcestershire sauce,
Onions,
onions,
yeah.
and
lots of pepper.
beans, pepper, salt, and your or some Slappy Mama or whatever in there.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and you're good to go.
I'll tell you what. Like,
That's a staple.
Yeah.
Slappy Mama.
yeah, slap your mama.
Yeah.
Or there's another one I really enjoy by the Cajun Ninja. It's called Paya, and it doesn't have the heat. It has better flavor than Tony's and a little less heat than Slappy Mama.
Paya.
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 No, that's an Asian one. Payao.
No, that's some coon ass dude. He go Paya.
Yeah.
That's what
He was a Cajun Ninja.
Asian Ninja sounds incredibly racist.
That would be
Well,
a
that's
that
the-
would be a
that-
movie.
That's the gentleman I learned to do all my Creole cooking from,
Okay.
and he's
Okay.
really good.
I bet Sandler's doing a water boy.
Sticky chicken, smothered pork chops, pastelaya, Creole corn soup, all the good shit.
Oh wow.
You know what's funny is people only associate Creole to anything Louisiana, but it's not. Creole just means a mashup of cultures.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, even the Acadians and all that. They
yeah.
that-
I mean,
they're-
it can
they're
be
the basis of the French Creole.
any mashup of cultures is a Creole. It has nothing to do with it being Louisiana or French or
Yeah.
anything. Because you get over into the Caribbean, a lot of that culture of the different islands that came together to
Yep.
really blend into making stuff, and then once they came here, that's a Creole.
I do a version of corn soup from Trinidad and Tobago, and it's their pre-Lentil feast, one of their big staples for the feast, and it's really good. Coconut milk and Scotch bonnets and a couple other things in there.
Sounds
Oh,
like
wow.
pushing towards a curry.
It's a
almost.
good, fiery, awesome,
That sounds interesting.
real savory soup.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really got to stop doing the show when we're hungry. So actually,
Now you made it hungry podcast.
There you go.
now you made me hungry. There you go. But actually, it was topical because what Shaun was referring to is everybody making food to bring to the family.
Yeah.
During that couple
Yeah.
of weeks since she had been home, and he was telling me, he's like, "Oh my god, this food is like completely flavorless."
Now, what's the worst thing you hate getting from people doing something like that?
I don't know. I never have a problem with that.
Dressing.
Really?
Super dry dressing.
Bread
Or
chunk.
meatloaf?
Just
Oh, meatloaf.
A bad meatloaf.
well,
yeah,
yeah.
a bad meatloaf. A lot of people won't do. You know, what's weird is meatloafs are just falling out of favor.
They're not with us. My mother makes one of the single best meatloafs. It's my grandmother's recipe.
I make really good meatloaf.
Fuck, it's good.
Yeah.
I put
It's so
chorizo-
good.
I put chorizo in mine.
Ooh.
When she makes it, about once or twice a year, she'll make it for me, and she'll do a 10-pound batch,
Oh wow.
two whole trays,
Mom.
and leave the rest with me and Luke, and we'll just devour it and sandwiches and stuff over the week.
Yeah,
That's a mother's love right there.
Love that woman.
yeah. 'Cause I'll do my meatloaf, and then I'll harvest off some of the fat to make gravy for the loaded potatoes.
Okay. Yeah.
Good shit.
See, because we're fat
Amazing.
Texans, we use just the drippings that come out of the meatloaf in the pan, put over our potatoes.
Don't waste.
And
'Cause
see,
it's a Dutch style meatloaf, so it's got the tomato base and topping
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that on it.
I still haven't made. Oh yeah, because you got to use Chad's barbecue sauce on your next meatloaf. You
I
haven't done
still haven't done it.
it. You need to.
I need to make sure it's not bad, and then I'll do it because that will make.
I
a
assume
good
you made
meatloaf.
it, left it cold. It should be good if it's still cold.
Well,
sauce.
it's in the fridge.
Yeah, it should be fine. Because it was all cooked down, so it should be good.
Yeah, I've got the rest of my
Spoiled.
tortellini and sauces to finish up, and then after that, I'll do a meatloaf.
Yeah.
Probably
Uh,
shepherd's pie style. Cast iron skillet, potatoes over the top.
Yeah.
That's not really a meatloaf, then, is it?
It's tasty, and it's a single pan dish.
It's a shepherd pie.
Whatever. Actually, that's a cottage pie with beef.
It depends. It's always a cottage pie if you don't have sheep.
Of course.
Yeah, you have to have sheep to make a shepherd's pie. It's supposed to be made with lamb.
Yeah, I don't have lamb.
Is this true?
Yes,
Yeah, that's
actually.
very
That's
true.
why. That's why it's shepherd's pie, because it's supposed to be made with lamb.
And Dad won't let me harvest his goats.
Then you could really do some Trinidad. And
Dude, I
Tobago
could do
cooking.
no, I'd do some barbacoa, man. I'd tear it up.
Got to dig a hole.
Did that last year
We talked about
Yeah.
that the other day, actually.
in the ground.
Yeah, when you had legit barbacoa.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I got it ever so
But he's got
slightly.
these little Nigerian dwarf sheep. They're about this big
Why they got to be Nigerian?
because they are.
They just happen to be.
Some of them are even black.
Pygmy sheep. Okay.
But yeah, they're tiny little fuckers.
Goats, not sheep. He said goats.
Oh yeah, goats. I'm sorry. Sorry, sheep.
Goats are idiots anyway.
They are. They're really dumb.
He's got that no climb horse fence all around this pens, and about once a week, one of the goats will stick its head through the 4x4 panel and get stuck.
Oh wow.
And he'll run the backyard with a hacksaw, just cussing his ass off.
Is he cutting the fence or the head?
The fence.
That's the mistake. Kill the goat.
Cabrito.
Call the idiots. Yeah.
Call the morons. It's fine. It's fine. So with that, anyways, shit. Should we just go ahead and talk about our week since we were all at the same event Saturday?
That
Roll
was
in.
the
We had
only thing I did all week.
That was literally, well, I mean, we did other things. Oh, so before we get rolling, okay, so normally what we do is we roll through our weeks, watching stuff, doing stuff, whatever. So something they've been bullying me into doing, and I finally did because Chad gave me his password to Apple. I did finally get caught up on MURDERBOT. I'm all the way up through episode 8.
Yep, I watched that last night.
That was a crazy episode. 7 and 8 were crazy.
They're just so short.
Yes, that is a problem. They're very short
Because
episodes.
there's, 7 minutes of pre and 7 minutes of post.
Okay, it's not 7. It's like 4.
It feels like because you're watching the show for 14 minutes and it's over.
Yeah, for like 22-minute show, there's literally only like 14 minutes of actual show.
Oh wow.
A
Yeah.
lot like,
It's high budget too.
yeah, very.
Very high budget.
Like what do you call robots and what's the one they have with the 3?
Love, Death, and Robots.
Love, Death, and
I
Robot.
still got to
was trying-
finish the latest season.
But it's not, well, MURDERBOT is not animated. It's a live action show, but it's a sci-fi show.
Okay.
So,
Really good.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the cool thing is like, so the main character is a android,
Yes,
effectively.
security bot.
Security droid.
Okay.
And he hacks his system to basically get rid of all the controls and limiters and renames himself MURDERBOT. And then he gets assigned to these hippy-dippy love people's going to do some scientific studies on a planet, and they need a protection bot. Or else
And because he's the budget option, they go with him.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
he's a refurbished unit.
Interesting.
And so
And
there's the
it-
mystery behind the show is
And he doesn't want to do his job. He doesn't give a damn, but he has to act normal to keep from getting deactivated. So he spends all his free time watching old TV shows, sitcoms.
he watches a Star Trek like show
oh wow.
on his,
And that's all he does.
That's all he does
Until they bug him. He's like, what?
until he actually has to do things.
I don't
and then-
want to talk to these idiots.
Yeah.
So it's a comedy.
A little bit.
halfway
Okay.
comedy. It's got
It's real dry.
It's very dry humor. But
Okay.
it's fun.
Oh,
It's a
that's
fun
my
show.
style.
And they always leave you hanging. Every single episode, you're like, wait, why is there not more?
So in those 14 minutes, they always leave a cliffhanger.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
old school.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's old school
But-
sitcom. Yeah.
But
Big
that's
time.
the point, is that he watches sci-fi serials that he can't stop watching, even like 800 episodes deep.
Yeah.
And then he's literally on a sci-fi. Even at one point, I think he even says, "Is like, this is kind of like this."
He said, I could do my own show.
"Yeah, he literally, I could have my own show." And he does.
Hmm.
So it's
The
kind of
Adventures of Murderbot.
the Adventures of MURDERBOT is literally what so it's an interesting
That's pretty
show,
cool.
but I agree that it does suffer from weird pacing.
The,
But
the pacing is odd.
but the mysteries going on are good enough. to
They're
keep you
only
engaged.
starting to unravel right now.
Yeah, so there's 2 mysteries going on. One, why is his memory deleted, and what is this thing he can remember that he doesn't have context for? And 2, what the hell is going on this planet that they're on? Because a lot of sketchy shit is happening, and they don't understand what's going on. It's only slightly being unfurled.
Just little bits at a time, and the
But-
civilians just freaking out
Yeah.
90%
And-
of the time.
And a lot like the Alien universe, you know how Weyland Yutani owns fucking everything?
Yeah, yeah.
It's very similar in that universe. Whatever the company is, owns fucking everything. So you borrow shit from them. You basically, they have slaves. They have indentured slaves.
Wow.
Like people who just have a whole lot of debt basically sell
Yeah.
their servitude to these fucking mining colonies or whoever just to go work it off. And all this
And
other
the
shit.
and Murderbot's constantly having to tell them, if you don't want to die, you all need to get inside right now.
Yeah. and
He
they're
says that over and over
they're really,
and over.
They're really bad at listening. But
Really dumb.
But none of them have listened, or not. They've not listened, but none of them have died.
Not yet.
Spoilers.
Come close.
Hmm.
They've come fucking close, dude. That one
The
episode,
first episode,
the first episode, but
that was
no,
sick.
No, like episode 6 when
The ship.
No, when the stuff comes, they come out of the ground.
Yeah.
On top of fuck me, and then they're like, "Oh, look at that!" Is because each one of them is a different science
and the
field.
latest generation sec droid just gets destroyed
Yeah,
because
But
he fucks with their eggs.
Yeah. So that's a fun one. But the thing they did not cover, I'm not going to spoil it here because he hasn't watched it. But the thing that was revealed at the end of that episode, and they've not talked about it yet.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Well, they've got other shit to deal with. Some guy's dying.
But I don't even know if he noticed. We noticed because the camera showed it to us.
Yeah.
I don't know if he noticed the thing he should have seen. So that's very interesting.
Has this been going for a few seasons? Or?
It's one season.
Season in, eight episodes in.
Okay, that's
Yep.
If you have
standard,
Apple
right?
TV, jump on it, brother.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, other thing.
You'll burn through them.
I did watch Fountain of Youth.
Okay.
So it was good. It is very much like an Indiana Jones, National Treasure style adventure.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah, it was fun, but so dumb.
Like in a fun way.
No, like they okay.
Not
so,
much hesitation.
So no,
Not like
it's a fun romp.
not like Knives Out dumb.
No, Knives Out is very well thought out and methodical on the one part, and then when you realize everything going on, and you go, no, it's just dumb. You know that argument. That is literally this movie too, because there's some intellectual stuff happening, but then the way they get through the puzzles and mysteries, they don't get hung up on anything. While it's supposed to be like this ancient fucking mystery, hidden by a secret society and all this other stuff, is like once they get past the initial hurdle and start the actual journey, everything is fucking easy as it goes. Even to the point when they clearly had to rush near to the end of the movie because they're solving things that they have zero context or clues for, and they're just like, oh, cool, this, boo. And I was like, why would you? At no point was there a clue to do the thing you just did.
Right.
Why would you just do the thing? It's like everything just happens completely and utterly either because it's too easy or utter coincidence. And then the twist at the end was absolutely predictable, but it didn't.
So much for twist.
Oh, it was super predictable, even to the point that people were calling them on it earlier in the movie. They're all like, oh, because this, and they're like, no, it can't possibly be that. Like the characters literally talking to each other, and then shock and awe, literally exactly what everyone expected the whole time.
What a surprise!
Yeah, what a surprise! But the effects, the stuff on scene, like the actual like set pieces. There's 2 car chases in the first 20 minutes, like good car chases.
Oh wow!
So and like John Krasinkski is doing a very weird version of himself that like sort of has an accent, sort of doesn't. Natalie Portman also, who's playing his sister, not his love interest. Very interesting that they didn't have the 2 leads as love interest, but related.
Yeah.
I was like, huh, that was a nice trope change finally for
definitely.
once.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is still kind of a family affair, the same way you would do with the later Indiana Joneses and stuff like that. It's fun, but it is ultimately dumb and really doesn't lead to anything. It was just like, okay, that was the thing that happened. What's the next thing we're gonna go do?
Wow.
That's literally like modern TV. Cool. What now?
For real.
That's how they end it. They literally said, well, that was really cool. What are we gonna do next? I was like, okay. I mean, it's got a franchise to it. So, I mean, I don't know what they'll do with the next one.
Yeah.
That was a really cool thing. It was just like, okay, that one super secret organization that you may or may not run into again for reasons.
Yeah, I'll check that out between what I'm watching now.
But it had Stanley Tucci in it, which already makes it better.
Okay.
Gotta love the
It's
Tucci.
got a pretty good cast, huh?
Oh, yeah. Like, legit. Like, it's got a real legit cast.
Yeah.
Because even I think one of the Weasleys is the main.
What, Fred or?
I think it was the older brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not the twins. I think it was the oldest brother. George? No, Fred and George are the twins.
Yes.
It's the oldest brother.
Oh,
he was the one who was
the
in
guy
the
from Ex Machina or whatever.
Yes, him. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Ex Machina.
Yeah, Machina. Yeah.
That was a good one too.
That is.
Oh
a good
yeah,
movie.
yeah. That's
Dude, that movie.
that movie's
fucks you up.
gives
Like,
you the heebie-jeebies.
I mean, that movie is like the whole basis for fucking Black Mirror. Almost.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, what if it was? What if it literally was like the? Have you seen Black Mirror? I've been trying to talk.
Oh,
to you
yeah.
Watching
No,
it.
I'm currently trying to get through Altered Carbon.
Yes.
Okay,
You
okay.
picked that up, even though I told you
I like it. It's
5 months ago to start doing Black
Right.
Mirror.
I'm eyeballing a series called Sherlock and Daughter. I'm a big
I
fan.
definitely don't want to watch that.
Big fan of the Sherlock series.
Yeah.
I've got the original Sherlock Holmes stories on multiple audiobooks
Oh wow.
and different narrators and all that, and they're all great.
Yeah.
the Sherlock BBC version with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Mhm.
Probably one of the best portrayals of Sherlock I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, wow.
Also, just one of the best shows in modern history.
It's Martin Freeman.
Yep.
Playing Watson.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
You
god.
we finally got the name
I
right.
remembered.
Finally.
Bilbo.
Oh, I'm horrible with names.
Oh.
Horrible with names.
I do that all the time. I go to the character. I'm like, oh, dang it.
No, I'm not going to get up right now. Watch. Shut up.
But I enjoy them, so
Black
I'm
Mirror.
hoping this one
Yeah.
will be okay. It's Sherlock's confronted by a young American woman, and who's claiming to be his daughter. So they're going to have to figure out these.
So it's Dumb and Dumberer,
Kind of.
Okay.
or Clerks 3.
I haven't seen Clerks 3. Is it worth it?
Nope.
Nope.
Not from what I heard. I heard it was fucking god awful.
Clerks 2 was great.
Yes, Clerks 2 was great. I mean, but a completely different movie from Clerks 1.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, as were all the new
Oh.
productions by Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
They've all been a little substandard.
Huh.
Tusk. Did you watch that one?
I did.
Remind me.
They
I'm trying to
turned
remember.
what's his name? Jason Long?
Is that the guy from
Not
Creepers?
no.
Creepers or what? No.
Had Bryan Cranston as the antagonist.
No.
No, who was that old guy?
I don't know. It's been a minute.
Or was it Christoph Waltz?
Justin Long, by the way.
Was it Christoph Waltz?
I think
Actually, yes.
Christoph Waltz
I
and
haven't seen that
Justin
yet.
Long. Christoph Waltz turns Justin Long into a human walrus.
Eventually, he got to somebody's name. Yeah, so he fell in love with a walrus because he was stranded on an iceberg once. And then that walrus was killed, so he wanted to have connection with that walrus again, but it didn't exist, so he surgically transforms Justin Long's character into a walrus.
And it's terrifying.
just
The whole movie is very fucked up.
Christoph Waltz is one of the best actors of our time. He is so good. In this, he's absolutely terrifying.
Oh, I can believe that because just that scene at
And
the
that's-
beginning
the
of
final
Inglourious.
scene where you see Justin Long in his as he was left was awful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now he becomes he basically gets taken in at a water park.
Yeah.
Or a sea park.
And he's sitting there just screaming.
He no longer even has vocal cords to talk.
This was definitely chemically induced script.
I mean, it's Kevin Smith, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the same guy that brought you the Moose Jaws.
what?
Moose Jaws. He filmed a lot of it. I don't think it got released, but he essentially turned a moose into the shark from Jaws.
So what you're saying is he brought us something that he didn't bring us.
Yes.
So, no.
Let me double check.
Yeah, I think that is a fever dream for you, my friend.
I hope so, because it's a great one.
By the way, we haven't got to talk about it yet because we haven't got together since the trailer dropped.
Moose Jaws movie.
Gay.
So does it ever get to you guys? Do y'all get that got funded? You're like, oh,
Well, I mean, when you're a rich guy like Kevin Smith,
I know,
just
but
make it happen.
still,
I mean,
you're
it's
like, okay, somebody pitched it, right?
You ever poked around too?
Okay. Yes, Moose Jaws, the movie planned by Kevin Smith, is still happening, but it's been delayed.
Oh, thank God.
It was originally conceived as the final part of his True North trilogy, following Tusk and Yoga Hosers.
Yoga Hosers is nothing like Tusk, though.
But it's a True North.
And Yoga Hosers
It's all Canadian shit.
stars his daughter, I believe.
So Moose Jaws has not yet been released, but I knew it was in the works.
No, thank you.
I don't know what to say.
Well, what was
Nothing.
that stupid movie? It was a Moose the movie. It was
I'm talking about Elk, the movie.
was it Elk?
You watched it. You would
It
know.
was either Elk or Moose,
It's
but
Elk.
Let's see here.
He watched the movie and told me about it. It's one of the most absurd things ever. Literally, like the whole town of people is of puppets, and nobody seems to notice.
Yes, it's a moose.
What?
Moose,
Why did you always say it was elk?
because I'm an idiot. But it's
No wonder Jordan couldn't find it.
Oh, what the?
I
Is it
could've-
like a minotaur?
yeah, it's a moosator.
Moose?
But that's not.
Why
elk.
didn't they
But that's
call it-
not Ook the or Elk the movie.
No, this is Moose the movie. That's the one I meant.
I hate
And once
everything.
again,
I'm sorry, Brad, for your first real experience on the show.
No, this is fascinating.
This is fucking. Look, he watches terrible movies.
Well, I'm glad somebody does to let us know if there's a sneaker, right? I mean, if something gets by.
I guess that's true. But he has horrible taste in movies.
I do. I love
but,
it.
But one of my favorite movies of all time, which is actually a pretty bad movie but fun, he hates Robot Jocks.
Robot Jocks. Okay.
Well,
that's-
it's no worse than my favorite franchise, the Trimmers.
Oh,
Trimmers
yeah,
franchise.
dude.
I love all 7 of them and the
Ah.
series.
The
Kevin
Fred
Bacon
Ward,
is going to be
rest in
making
peace.
an 8th Tremors.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's actually coming back for the
They,
first
they
time
finally
since
got the
one.
rights back to the movie, and Kevin Bacon's in. I think that's why he's not doing a Bondsman again, because he's.
No, I think Bondsman just fucking died.
See, I enjoyed it.
Okay, but we just covered that you like things that suck. I enjoyed Bondsman as
You
well.
know,
except
I'm
for-
not going to touch that one.
So-
Sharktopus, Sharknado, Llamageddon, Velocipaster.
Oh,
Don't
God.
watch Velocipaster. Nobody should ever watch
You know what? I did see that was a thing.
Velocipaster 2 exists as well.
I'm just like, but again,
But you didn't watch it.
do you
'Cause
think? I
he
guess
look- he
Hefe
look like
could.
somebody should watch that.
He could go in maybe and pitch it. I bet, huh?
What?
Like with total poker face.
Here's a good idea for a movie.
Yeah, but that kind of that was just like where you can't crack. You'd have to say it like you're passionate and everything. And
I'm
Oh,
just,
I
like-
can be passionate about lots
I'm
of
just-
stupid shit.
that's what I mean. You're just like,
I'm just looking forward to a Paul Blart type movie where it's a security guard in a parking lot of an industrial complex who his only sidekick is his dog, and he has to go to war with some guys trying to break into the thing. And that would be his movie about him.
El Jefe Grande.
El putos mucho. You're just gonna have the hat on all the time, and whenever you sneak up on somebody, you'll say, "Howdy, putos."
I like that tagline.
Look, I've written bad movies,
Well, I'm already armed enough.
Oh, that has been established.
and he is offensive enough.
Uh-huh.
I just picture the Matrix scene in the break, or I mean the Commando,
Yes,
where he goes and wrecks the place. That's what I picture it.
Walk in, fuck shit up,
Just-
walk
yeah,
out.
just a shopping cart
now I see.
full of stuff.
I see him like having to they have like an armored vehicle coming, and he's just got his crappy van. So he does the brick on the gas pedal trick, and he like sends his van towards the thing, and all you see is the face on the back of it right as it crashes into the fire, and then it's like right as it hits and explodes.
Like maximum overdrive.
Yes, it's just like why the hell did it explode?
What, I don't get a turret in the van?
Yeah. Let's Tango and Cash's ride. I think that would.
No.
That would be
no.
pretty good.
He has to just go with what he normally would have.
Just grab my 2 bags and bail.
No, see, the thing is, we could make this movie. We have all the access to things. We could make this happen. You got Tanner, right? We can make this happen.
Ooh.
I've only got
I mean,
847 rounds.
Yeah. God damn, I don't want to. No. We're not going to do El Jefe Grande. Not making that movie. So, guys, if you do, we own the rights to it. You can buy the screenplay directly from us and make it happen.
El Jefe
Tubi.
in Howdy
Tubi.
Putos.
Yes. No, it's just the tagline is Howdy Putos.
Copyright.
Exactly.
Actually, I think Joe's Hat Company
Trademarked.
beat us to it.
Doesn't matter. You just use the tagline. They don't own the rights to the words.
To Howdy Putos.
Howdy and adios.
Either way. So, other than working, did you manage to watch anything, Hefe?
Nothing of consequence.
You got your car running again. You did fix the switch that was broken.
Had my little project car. Had the ignition go out. Replaced it with the toggle switch and push button ignition. In the ad, when I ordered the damn switch system, it said 20 amp fuses or 20 amp switches. One of them fuses itself in the open position, and I completely lose headlights, blinkers, windshield wipers, and I think brakes.
Wow. Yeah, that's important.
Yeah, a little bit. So I lose all of that, and my AC blower. All that went out.
Don't need that in Texas.
Get with my buddy electrician. We pulled apart 10 amp fucking fuses or switches. So we replaced all of them with 20s. Go back and redo. We found a loose connection again that probably caused the whole issue. Got it patched together, and now it's fucking running great.
What's this on?
My Jetta wagon.
Ooh,
His
Jetta.
6-inch lifted Jetta wagon.
That gained a total of 7 inches overall. I did a 4-inch suspension lift, and the tires gave it another 3.
On a Jetta wagon.
It's very stupid.
Oh, yeah.
It's very awesome.
Yeah, I started to say.
It's very stupid.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Oh, you
He's
got
the
the
only one that doesn't like it.
you
He
got
is
the
so
Punisher
adamant about it.
going.
no,
too
I
on
think you
there.
misunderstood what he said. He said, "Oh yeah." He did not say, "Oh yeah."
Nah, that thing's fun.
You missed out on the tones there. Brad is correct in his judgment of you. I need more people to understand the Jetard is not good.
Yeah, I still need to get the back end up a little bit because it's doing a bit of a squat.
River. Yeah.
Yeah, she's always by.
Yeah.
Yep, that car has yet to suck. Or not suck, I should say, is what I meant to say. Either way.
It sucks when it doesn't run or turbo, no turbo.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
true. It did go turbo, no turbo there for
Yep.
a minute.
Little actuator got stuck.
Yeah.
I was very confused just now because I was like, I got another shipping notification. I'm like, for what? And then I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I bought more car parts on Friday.
Of course.
Yeah, so I'm basically rebuilding my car from scratch, apparently, is what I'm doing today.
Again.
Well, not again. No, I ordered because there's a broken connector on my radiator fans. Like, it's been broken since I replaced the radiator because things moved and it went and just it broke it, but the pins are still there. So it's literally the entire connector and everything just sitting on top of bare pins, and it keeps brushing up against things and sparking.
Not good.
So yeah, and it's seeing how hot it fucking is right now. I was like, I'm just gonna buy new fans. It came in stock and is a reasonable price for the dual fan setup, plus 2 new connectors.
Yeah.
So I just replace all of that shit.
I had to do that too. I had to get the new fan assembly into the van.
Yeah. So once I do that, plus
the
all my new
burn's finally
suspension-
healing.
Yeah, he fucking
Nice little steam burn.
Oh,
'cause,
yeah.
I thought the reservoir was empty, and I thought it leaked out. I was going to add some fluid, see where the leak was. Nope.
yeah, this dipshit.
Hit the damn hood, came right back at me and drenched me from the top of my head down to my waist.
He got hosed with hot fucking coolant.
I had to work the rest of the night at my extra job covered in
Blisters?
no, my hand, one tiny little spot blistered up. The rest was nice and red and pink.
Oh, man.
Dummy.
But the rest of the night I was spent working and basically covered in coolant.
Nice.
Awesome.
So I had to haul ass home, grab a shower.
Yeah. Good idea.
Yeah. So Brad, what you been watching?
Yep. Watching,
movies,
working on.
TV shows, anything?
I'm trying to think. I was telling you guys we were watching that Old Man with
And
Jeff
that's
Bridges.
That's next on one of
Yeah,
my
you were mentioning that. What exactly is the show?
It's legit. He's like an ex-CIA who was doing all kind of undercover work in Afghanistan in his, I guess, prior life, in his actual agency life. And
Oh, the old man there.
yeah, the Old Man.
It's me in 20 years when I get pissed off.
You're already.
You know, yeah, I could see that. 'Cause this, dude, it's pretty. He goes through some people on
Yeah.
this.
Okay, I've seen the
I've seen the ads.
I've seen the ads.
And you
for
said
it.
it's
okay.
Jeff Bridges?
Jeff Bridges, yeah, and it's kind of
only Bridges
uncharacteristic,
left.
you know.
Yeah. I like when actors get out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, as he's not the dude at all.
You know, we were talking about a while back. Jelly Roll's been doing that with a bunch of musicians,
Oh yeah,
getting them completely out of their comfort zones and doing covers they never like. He did Should Have Been a Cowboy with T-Pain,
oh yeah,
and it's good.
huh?
You should like it. He's got dual Rottweilers.
Yeah. That's what I
like
was
Rotties.
telling him about.
I spent a while looking for a Rottweiler Pitbull cross. Yeah, they're gorgeous, but
I would not go near that dog for like 9 months.
That's
until you're done with it.
let
that's
Jeff
loaded.
train it.
That would be the ultimate dog for the internet to hate, realistically, because they fucking hate.
Well, I've seen
things
some
because they're
beauties.
Idiots.
I'm talking tricolor.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
to say. It's muscle and perfect coat,
But they're also like super.
Or they're
super lovey-dovey dogs.
exactly.
they can be. Yeah,
Yeah, they're great babysitter dogs once you train them. If you don't train your dogs and they act like assholes, that's on you.
yeah. It's
It's like the breeds can be dangerous. However, any dog can be dangerous if you do it wrong enough.
right. They're just predisposed because of their breeding to have certain abilities that not any other dog has. Oh, holy smoke!
Right.
I think I just peed a little.
So did the
Or
dog.
there's my favorite. That's the try.
Look at that gorgeous
It's
beast.
I mean it's
Beautiful.
gorgeous.
I
But
mean, it's
that's
a linebacker of a dog.
140 pounds of rock.
Actually, they're smaller. They're actually not that big.
Both of my sisters started hunting. I asked them for their help. They started hunting all over Texas for somebody breeding that. They couldn't find anybody. Nobody had them.
I don't even know if it's legal technically.
I started to say, I wonder if there's any.
But you
rules
talk
to
about
that.
it. It's a me dog.
Yeah. Well,
You've seen his Jetta, right?
I hope it's.
Well, that
Circle
one
back.
is squatted a little bit.
Taking two really good things and putting them together badly. Yes.
Yes.
That is exactly Heffy about that.
It's
Well, here's the
beefy.
deal. I have very high standards when it comes to training dogs. I don't care the breed. I don't care its background. I don't care if it's raised from fighting stock. Give it to me as a 10-week-old puppy.
Unless it's a Chihuahua.
I'm willing to take on that challenge.
Yeah, I would too.
Demons.
Chihuahua.
Let me train a
What's it going to
Chihuahua.
do? Take off a hangnail? I mean,
Well,
it's not.
I can take out eyes.
My mother and I have
Balls.
been kicking around the
They're good
idea
balls.
for a while to
Good
write a
luck.
book on my training methods, using a Chihuahua as a basis. And if I can make a Chihuahua behave like River, I think there's something to those methods.
Oh, okay.
That's the goal.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're,
that's
especially with their tiny brains.
Yeah.
They don't remember anything except
Well,
Mailman Evil, and I need food.
Some Chihuahuas are smart. My dad had one when I was, started high school.
Mhm.
Lived for 15 years.
Oh, wow.
Super smart, super intelligent, easy to train. I became its person, and he was my buddy.
Yeah, well, they're like that. Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't bark at anybody, wouldn't raise hell. He'd jump in the Camaro, we'd go riding around town, and he'd love life.
Yeah, that's not really a Chihuahua.
Well, he was a standard deer head, so he was a bigger one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Not the ones that have been so overbred to be small and
The
idiotic.
Taco Bell dogs
Yeah.
that everybody wanted because of the Taco Bell
Yeah.
commercials
Yo
and
quiero.
Beverly Hills.
Oh, Mac
Blonde.
Attack. He was a good boy.
Yo quiero.
Oh, not Beverly Hills Blonde. What is it?
Understood way too much.
Legally Blonde.
Legally blonde.
My sister got to cussing at something. She's 2 or 3 years younger than I am. She got to cussing at the house, and my dad said, "If you don't stop all that cussing, I'm just going to wash your mouth out with soap." They yelled back and forth a minute. Then Dad sat down. Little Mac came up, jumped in his lap, and had something in his mouth. He said, "What's that?" He said, "Drop it. It's a piece of soap."
Wow. The dog brought him some soap.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What's-
Smart little dude.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the only
that's-
smart Chihuahua in history.
I don't
For
know
real.
if that.
Yeah.
I'm
I can.
So-
kind of like Kevin. I
taught
don't
him
know
to
if that was a
differentiate.
Chihuahua.
I taught him to differentiate 14 different toys, and he could go get each one on command.
Oh, wow.
Smart little dude.
Yeah,
Very
dude, why didn't we breed the fuck out of that one?
No kidding.
Dude, he was cool as hell. He'd
Get rid of the
I
other
played the
dipshits.
guitar, the harmonica. He'd sing with me.
Yeah, you could have got racehorse numbers off those pups.
Fuck yeah, Chihuahuas that aren't violent, and then breed those with pit bulls.
Well,
and
there's a
people be happy.
reason. There's a reason God made Chihuahuas little. Imagine a 100-pound Chihuahua.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be working it.
Either way, so we were talking about the old man before you so
Oh yeah, dogs.
diverted off to dogs.
Squirrel.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
So-
yeah. So, it's got Jeff. It's got Amy Brenneman. Do you remember the De Niro's love interest in Heat? So she's in it, and I'm trying to remember who else.
I saw what's his face from Third Rock from the Sun. John Lithgow.
Oh, John
I
Lithgow.
love
I
Jeff.
can't believe
Does
it.
he play a good guy or bad guy?
It's undetermined. So he is definitely in the ranks of the government.
Neutral evil.
Okay, because Lithgow
Yeah.
is a very well-ranged actor.
He's a
Oh.
he's a terrifying villain.
Fantastic.
Did you see him in Dexter?
Yes.
No.
One of the most terrifying characters
Yeah,
I've
when I-
ever seen.
Yeah. No. That
Okay.
that was
And
the
that's
last
saying a
good
lot.
season of Dexter.
I get the
For
feeling,
real.
It was season 5.
Going off what Jeff said, I get the feeling he's been put in this to cast both of those caps.
Because
Well, he's Dumbledore now too.
no.
What?
He's Dumbledore in the new series.
Huh?
Is that the one with Snape Dog?
Yeah, Snape Dog.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna be Snape Dog and Harry.
Wait, what?
Oh.
So the new Harry Potter series coming.
What just happened?
Yeah. So we went from John Lithgow in The Old Man to John Lithgow in the Harry Potter upcoming series. He's
Oh, wow.
Dumbledore in the new series.
They're really okay.
Yeah, they're
All
really
right.
going retarded with the way they do
And
this.
the only thing
Sorry,
I
hold
can
on.
see is him in Third Rock.
Wrong button. Hit the wrong button. Go ahead.
What?
No, what were you saying?
I said the only thing I can see John Lithgow in is from Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah, Harry.
Oh,
No, not he's not. He was. Wait,
well, Harry and the Hendersons, but I mean,
Yeah.
he's an excellent actor.
this was the button I was trying to hit.
No, you're the retard.
That's the button I meant to hit. I missed it. I missed.
Yeah, the one before was my son.
Oh, okay, okay. That was
Yeah, I
good
got. I
stuff.
forgot to remember to replace that with a new one.
Right.
Stick with the one that ends with fuck. But like, the idea of what they're doing with this new Harry Potter series is like, what the fuck are y'all
Yeah,
doing?
the Snape is now played by a black guy.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
That's what we called him, Snape
I
Dog,
called him Snape Dog. Yeah.
because it's fucking hilarious. But they may or may not go back on it now, so we'll see. The fan uprising is happening, so maybe they'll listen. Maybe they'll listen.
Now, are they going to give John Lithgow the beard and long hair? And
Yes.
everything?
Yeah,
Oh, my
yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, that should be.
He's going to be a lot
That-
like, he's going to look more like Richard Harris.
That
than-
I'm going to look forward to.
Yeah, he's going to look
Yeah,
a
I
lot
can
more
see
like
that.
the first Dumbledore, not the second one,
Yeah.
the Richard Harris Dumbledore. Yeah. I don't know if he'll be gay or not, but John Lithgow does play a good gay old man.
Yeah, yeah.
He seems
Yeah.
to do that a lot.
Yeah, World called Garp. He was a transvestite.
That's true.
Really?
Yeah.
He
yeah.
does play a lot of characters
He's got, like,
in the
I was
rainbow
saying.
community.
He's got range.
I wonder if that's
He
is
does.
his, I wonder if that just is his range.
Now, if you get a chance, check out season 5 of Dexter just to see Lithgow.
well, in fact,
heard
watch
good
all of
things.
Dexter
Up until
instead of
season
just
5.
season 5.
Okay, good to know.
So
Good to
season
know.
5 is where the original story really ends.
I think
then
I'm
they
on
do-
season 8, and
and
it's
it's
so
terrible.
hard to get through right now.
The
Oh,
la-
I hate that.
So season 6 is okay. Season 7 is almost tolerable. Season 8 is an abomination, and that's where they left it. And
Kids
it's
are-
so bad.
Kids are gone, and he relocated, and it's awful. Or is that season 7?
I don't know, but I'm not going to continue talking about it with people who haven't seen it.
True.
Either way, season 5, it's kind of like Supernatural that ended after. This technically season 5 was the end of Supernatural,
And I'm into season
Okay.
7 now.
and then it did 10 more years of nearly pointless story.
So I'm enjoying the whole Leviathan thing and all that.
Yeah, but that's a season. It's a season.
And I'll enjoy the rest of the stuff
Mm.
just because it's there, and I like the series.
Out of the 15 seasons of Supernatural,
You just missed
approximately 12 are watchable.
He misses Monster of the Week.
No, I missed good storytelling and not everything being centered around Cass. Get tired of the Sam and Dean bromance, and I mean bromance in the fanfic way. Because, dude, they literally run out of shit to do.
They're so codependent.
They're dangerously
Yeah.
codependent, and they get called on it repeatedly, but they keep doing it.
Yeah.
And then when they try to get away from it, they end up going back to it anyways because of outside forces. But then by the end, they literally have a problem where they cannot. They literally built an enemy too big for them to beat, and it's like, okay, why did we go this?
Because they
route?
killed everyone else.
No, because they literally had nowhere else to go but continually going up.
Yeah.
Monster of the Week, they didn't have to keep going up. They
Right.
could just make lots of lateral movements with the occasional big bad.
Yeah.
But then they literally wrote themselves into a corner around season 11. And they're like, well, what do we do here? And then they start down a really, really solid storyline and then shit the bed right at the end.
Now let's
And-
milk this, keep it going as long as we can.
That is exactly what they did, and it's very unfortunate. Although a brand new series with Jensen just started.
I saw and I heard it wasn't that great.
I mean, one episode has come out. I mean,
That's the
there's nothing to judge by. It's one episode.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Should we jump on it?
nope. Well, maybe. I mean, you can. I'm not telling you what to do with your free time except watch Black Mirror. It's because it's fucking good, right?
No, it's good stuff. I mean, it's kind of sometimes it makes you a little uncomfortable, but yeah,
Dude, like,
it's-
So did the Sandman,
that's what I was.
and that's
thank you-
coming up soon.
Thank you for finally segueing to where I was trying to go 20 minutes ago. We finally got.
I got you, bud.
Yeah, we got the. we finally got the full trailer for Sandman season 2.
And that's coming up the 5th.
Yeah, July 5th. So excited! Did you watch that series?
no, I haven't seen it yet.
So you like comic book stuff?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Watch it.
Okay.
It's a solid series.
It's real mental. I mean, just gets in your head a lot of the stuff they're talking about. And
Yeah.
at the end of the episode, you're just sitting there thinking entirely too much.
Oh yeah.
If you'll excuse me, I have to go to where Heidi is. She made a peanut butter cup pie. I need to go to there.
All right, everybody get in. We'll
Everyone
to the
going.
farm.
We're all going to Heidi's.
Wow, hell
Jeff has
yeah.
to work. Fuck it. Not Jeff. Chad.
Everyone in the van.
Everyone in the van. We're going to get pie.
Let's go.
We're all going to go get some of Heidi's pie. Wait,
There's only 2
no,
seats. You're
no.
riding in the bunk.
Never mind. That sounded way worse
can
than I
be
wanted it
bitch.
to. Either way, no. So season 2 of Sandman, literally around the corner. Cannot wait. It is a very different type of. It's a DC comic book series,
Okay.
but it's also a Vertigo comic series. So the character was owned by both DC and Vertigo. So the Vertigo version is what the show is based on. It was written by Neil Gaiman, if you know who he
Yes.
is. Prolific science
Oh, yeah.
fiction author. And unfortunately, the reason we're not getting any more of it is because Neil Gaiman is in some Me Too kind of stuff over in the UK. So we're not going to get any more.
You know, I think the reason
series.
I enjoyed it so much was because it was the tone never really stayed the same. It fluctuated episode to episode to really serious and more lighthearted.
Mm-hmm.
and more surreal, and it bounced around constantly. It wasn't just the same intensity all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. And it did.
It did a
solid
really good
story
job
arcs.
telling each story.
That's
Yeah.
good.
So the way we reviewed it, because I was having him and Chad watch it week to week, and I was rewatching it with them, and it was fun doing a rewatch, but then also like trying to explain to them, it's like, okay, don't get ahead because another story arc is about to start. It's like these episodes are one
And
story
somebody-
arc. These are.
Watched them properly. Somebody raced ahead.
He wasn't supposed to
He wasn't, but he
Yeah.
did.
because it was so fucking good. He didn't want to turn off.
The whole death episode, probably my favorite episode.
Told you.
It was really good.
I told you that from the beginning. That was the best episode of the entire series.
Yep.
And I was never wrong. Episode 6. So I mean,
It got a little emotional. It was really good.
yeah, it hits you hard because it's all about relationships, like not just supernatural beings of the universe situation, because they're the embodiments. They're what's the word I'm looking for? Like anthropomorphized embodiments of natural whatever. So he's literally the living construct of dreams.
He's the Lord of Dreams.
Yeah, the Lord of
Okay.
Dreams, and he's part of the endless. So dream, death, destruction.
Lust,
They're all D's.
desire.
Desire.
That was good.
Donnie.
Donnie. So there's 7 of them, and they are all like the fundamental building blocks of reality, and they're all related, and then they all hate each other to a degree or another. So
Yeah.
it's unfortunate that we're only getting 2 seasons out of it because they're gonna have to rush through like the main storyline
Yeah.
where they're trying to kill Dream. But you got an episode where he has to go to hell to get some of his stuff back from Lucifer.
That was really good.
So you get a whole battle between him and Lucifer,
Interesting.
which is
And
fun.
it's not a physical battle, really.
Yeah, it's literally
it's all mental.
it's
yeah, that's what you were saying.
it's
yeah.
a metaphysical battle. It's
Ah.
crazy. They're doing top trumps, but with concepts.
Yeah, no, that tracks.
Yeah, so
I mean,
we're not
that
going
makes
to spoil it because we want you to watch it. It's on Netflix.
You'll
Watch
enjoy
it
it.
because literally into the
And
week.
some of them get out there. I mean, you just turn it off and you're going, what the hell did I just watch? And then the next episode, it makes
Dude,
sense.
episode 5, that whole fucking episode, the diner episode.
Yes.
You want to talk about a fucking great, like a perfect example of how to show story on the
And
screen.
was that the dude who played Lupin?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's the finale of that entire arc, because episode 6 is the middle ground and then it starts a new arc. But it's all takes place in a singular place. You're stuck with just these like 6 characters, and how things go between them throughout the episode as everyone descends further and further into a hell that they don't even know they're experiencing.
Yeah.
The way it's shot, the storytelling in the environment, if you pay attention to it, it's just like
The way
holy
they
fuck.
did it, it was almost effortless transitions from
Yeah.
micro story to micro story bouncing around the diner.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Everything's it's
They all wove
incredibly
together,
good TV.
You know, at least tangentially.
All right.
I would say
Put
it's
that
like
on my list.
out of the first 11 episodes of the show, it's like number 3.
Yeah, 1 through
For me.
6 is solid.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 through 6 is solid. Then the ones after that are in smaller individual stories, but another
Yeah, they're like 2 episode arcs.
2 episode arcs that pay
Okay.
out for a whole
Okay.
season arc.
All right.
So, but it's the entire Rose arc is weird, but you know it makes
Or
sense.
the ageless man.
Yeah, that one's fine. That's that's the one episode.
But you like that one though, didn't you?
That's the best one. Episode 6.
I thought you said death was.
It's the same episode.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Speaking of death, I did watch something last. I totally forgot about it. Nosferatu. Have
Oh, did
guys-
you watch it?
It dropped on
Okay, really?
Prime last night. Yeah.
I've heard good and or bad things.
Gave me the creeps.
I think it was
don't-
supposed to do that.
Yeah, but not in a good way. Not in a horror story type way, but
Oh,
yeah, more of a creep kind of.
See, there was another series I watched years ago. It's still available on Prime, I think. It's called Dead Like Me.
Mm.
Mandy Patinkin,
Yeah.
the lead.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know
And it
Mandy.
involves
that's
a
an
group.
old show.
It really is, but it's pretty good still.
That's like 03.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
But
wow.
this chick dies and basically gets the option to become a reaper. And Mandy Patinkin's their boss of a team of reapers, and they just it's really good.
Hmm.
Mandy Patinkin is one of my favorite actors.
Wow, I'm good.
I liked him.
03.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch it. I just knew it was 03.
That was good. We watched it years ago and just enjoyed the hell out of it.
Is it weird when somebody says his name, I'm automatically Alien Nation?
No, that's literally what he's most known for.
That's like that's
What? It's not Inigo Montoya in Princess Bride?
no, it's
No,
that's
it's
what
Alien
I mean.
Nation. It's actually Alien
I
Nation.
don't know why I go to that because it should be right. Yeah, Princess Bride. You know, you killed my father. Prepare to die.
Prepare to die.
Yeah.
It says it over and over
You
again.
son of a bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But for some reason, I think of Alien Nation.
See, I always think of Criminal Minds. The first,
I've still never seen Princess Bride. So.
the first 3
You
seasons.
haven't. Oh,
Fucking Luddite.
I didn't watch it when I was a kid, and that's a movie I feel like you can only watch when you're.
Well, what was
Oh, no,
the
no.
first 3 seasons
No.
of Criminal Minds? He was in. He was lead.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he was.
But then he had to get out of it because it was just fucking with his head. And this is a guy that's a Broadway actor and musician and vocalist, and he's not used to that much dark and heavy.
Yeah, well,
Because even in Dead Like Me, they were talking about death, but he was always very funny, very quick-witted, very snide.
he's
well,
the levity.
Dead Like Me was also at the same time like Pushing Up Daisies and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It was all very similar, and then Weeds and stuff like that. Those kind of shows where it was all very much like
And
that.
then right after that, Scrubs and all that started coming out.
Scrubs was slightly before that.
Really?
Yeah.
It was 99?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dead Like Me was 03.
I enjoyed that, though.
Yes. Scrubs, another show that did not need to come back for a remake.
Hell no. That last episode.
And they're still
season
talking
was
about
fucking
coming back
awful.
and doing it again.
No!
But this time without the ABC influence. Basically wiped that last season off the books. And
For real,
start
they
over.
better.
I don't think they need to. It's like, fuck, we got to get out of this nostalgia bullshit. We talked about this, how the 90s was the last era.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
So basically,
I want to see them with kids that are, teenagers now.
well, the thing is, JD's son plays zero part of that last season.
Yeah.
He has
Zero.
a kid and plays zero part in it. And then Turk and what's her face's son or daughter?
Daughter.
Yeah, I don't think she was in it either.
They just phoned it in.
Yeah, it was a fucking phoned in series. They're just like, hey, maybe we can recapture it with a new cast and still have the old cast around to bumble around and be stupid. Nope.
Nope.
But also, people don't realize that doing things on a certain network actually completely affects the show.
Yes.
When you see a show that goes cross network, things change.
Well, you have different people going, I don't like this, and I think it should be like this. And
Well, I mean, even the
that's
way it
not
looks,
funny. And
but even the way it looks and is shot and everything, like when Supergirl went from CBS to CW, it was a surprising change. But also when Angel went from Fox
getting old.
to CW,
I
it
know
changed
exactly
things
what
too.
you're talking about.
Yeah, it actually you changed.
Almost
the
looks like
vibe changed.
filters and everything.
Yes, the way it's shot, filters are a
Well,
little bit
Futurama
different.
did the same thing. The art got way better when they got rebooted.
That's called money.
Yeah.
That's different. Not like this. Like when The Simpsons got money, it changed quite a lot. Also,
Simpsons
Family
have been
Guy,
in the news
too.
here lately.
so wait, you brought up, was it Saturday? You brought up how they're planning on ending The Simpsons?
No,
Somebody brought it up to me.
There
You
was
mentioned
a
it to me.
arc.
they're gonna kill them.
They're going to kill Marge.
Well, it
Right.
wasn't a real line. It was a story arc where Marge dies.
yeah,
Okay.
but that'd be weird for that to be how the series ends.
For real.
Because literally every character has died at some point in the show.
But it's
Everyone has died.
And they're still kids.
yeah.
Why won't you grow? You should be my age by now.
So, you know
They
great.
grew up Bobby
Well,
for King of the
King of the Hill, they
I
have
think we
actually
talked
real
about that.
time passage.
And they lost
Yeah.
John Redcorn.
Well, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
that wasn't
He-
that was not on purpose.
Yeah.
That poor fucker got killed. That was stupid. Over something stupid too, right?
Of course.
It's like an argument in like a gas station.
Um,
It wasn't anything even fucking like crazy. But what I was gonna say is with The Simpsons, what would be interesting to see them do, because we see future episodes of The Simpsons sometimes where they're older, like Bart's got like kids and like three wives and
they'll
shit.
do that.
Like what I would think would be great is if they end it where basically Homer lost his mind because Marge died. And he's been stuck living this false life this whole time, just like with his kids and his wife doing all this wacky shit.
Just like dementia.
Yeah, he's literally got dementia the entire time, and everything we've seen for the last 32 years has just been Homer's delusions.
Yeah.
Wow.
That'd be pretty neat.
That would be an actual way to end the show on a serious note and be like, well, actually, that was really fucking sad now. It's like, but that explains why it's bad and then good and then bad and then good.
Mhm.
Like, technically, Marge died in the movie. Go back that far.
Oh, wow.
That's what I would do.
That is
The movie was the perfect stopping. I always argued The Simpsons needed to stop with a movie. And then they went for another 25 fucking seasons. Stupid.
Well, they got something that works. They're gonna keep
Starting
hammering,
to say,
hammering it,
yeah.
man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think part of it is just like everybody's.
And I haven't
literally-
watched it in forever.
I mean, Apu's gone.
Well, it's got Nostradamus powers, so I mean,
It does.
they can't go wrong. I guess anything
That's-
they put out is
No, they haven't been right in a long time, unfortunately. I mean, like everybody praises the first 9 seasons because that was at least the Conan era. Yeah, when he was one of the writers on the show,
Yeah.
and that's fantastic. Don't get me wrong. There was still good shit after that. It just wasn't quite as funny.
well,
But
a lot of stuff hit that wall. So
yeah, except for South Park.
yeah, no, they don't.
South Park has stayed exactly as funny as they always were. Yeah, they know their lane, and they are very, very good at their
Matt
lane.
and Trey, 0 Fs.
Yeah, no fucks.
CFG, man.
Yeah, zero fucks. Attack everyone equally,
Yeah, all right.
and that's what's great about South Park.
Yeah,
Even though the show also makes no sense.
yeah, no,
There's progress of time, but there isn't.
no, but everybody's safe to die, and
I mean, Kenny dies damn near every episode.
that's it. So
I remember the one. What was it there was one episode he didn't die, and they didn't know how to end it, and then the next episode he dies first thing.
yeah,
Like he
Yeah.
dies immediately in the first and the next one. I remember watching that movie in theaters. For
Oh,
like
yeah,
my
yeah.
16th birthday, I think it was.
yeah.
Yeah, it had to have been because I was
Yep.
driving. I was driving my dad's truck. I didn't have my own vehicle yet, and we went to go see it. Did not tell my mom what we were going to go see.
Of course.
So
Yeah, my mother was one of those growing up. Simpsons weren't allowed. Yeah, South Park could get yelled at if it was on TV.
damn Skippy. You know what my dad used to call the Simpsons?
What's up?
Them damn yellowheads.
Them damn yellowheads.
Yeah, that's literally what he called them. Damn you. We used to watch them together as a family, and then my dad just eventually just grew out of it, I guess.
Yeah.
My dad's old as fuck, so it makes sense. So once I got my own TV, I just went in the other room to watch it, and that's before it was on syndication like every fucking night. That was back whenever it was only on Sundays for the new episodes.
Yeah.
And then eventually full syndication, so you could just watch every season always.
Yeah.
Surprised there's not a dedicated Amazon Simpsons channel.
Making money.
Actually, it might be on Hulu. I never bothered to check because that is FX or Fox now. Fox Disney merger.
That's right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So, since we've been going for a little bit, might as well just talk about the place we were Saturday at Frankenboltzzzz.
Oh, yeah.
Because we've already hinted towards it several
Yeah.
times. So it was the Boos Brews and BBQ Texas takeover at Frankenboltzzzz. So it's the guys who formed a new TV show. Basically, they came up with an idea. There's some supernatural stuff. We like beer. We
They're
like
still
ghosts.
filming. I think they were working on the 7th.
They're headed to
there.
do episode 7 right now. They're planning on doing, I think, 10.
Okay.
So, and they just made a post this morning or last night on if they should do an extra one in Pennsylvania while they're in the area.
Oh, hell yeah. So much history. Of
So
Big time.
So
Salem, all that.
so it's John, Ty, and Barry.
Right.
Yeah. So John is basically security guy for Shinedown and a bunch of other bands.
Motley
Yeah.
Crue and I think Def Leppard.
I think so.
Safety logistics.
Safety
and all that.
logistics
Risk
guy.
management.
Risk
I believe
management.
is
That-
his
that was
used
it.
title.
Yes.
That's
And then
correct.
Barry, the drummer for Shinedown.
Yep.
Which is cool. And then Ty, who is a Texas barbecue and beer critic, apparently.
No, he's an online enthusiast.
But he's a critic. He does the things. That's his
Yeah, a little
thing
bit.
he do.
He said mostly what he does is, do backyard barbecue and teaching people how to do stuff for their families.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But I'm saying like he is more of a subject expert around the barbecue and beer area.
See, I watched some of his. He cooks more like I do, not to competition standard, but to what tastes good.
Yeah.
Him standard,
Well, that's
which is different for everybody. But
True.
yeah. But I'm saying, and because they're not going to like the biggest places, they're doing ma and pop shops. So everywhere they go to a smaller known brewery, a smaller known barbecue place, and some type of ghost tour area or some haunted
they
area.
went to an unknown barbecue place this time. Just random volunteers making barbecue.
No. They went to the meeting place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they did that out in Magnolia. But I told them it's like, no, you need to go to Bar A if you want actual. I mean, meeting place is fine. Don't get
That's
me wrong.
nice, but you're wrong.
Well, I told him I was like, look, I know you guys are done.
Which is what he
Yeah,
thinks
yeah.
about everybody.
No. What I told him is look.
Oh, you're so cute.
Yeah. It's like,
But it's wrong.
no, they're not wrong. I'm just saying like they picked
Mama is wrong again.
they picked the places they wanted to pick, and that's fine. But I told them it's like while you're in town and off camera, go to here to go and really get the food you want. And it's
Yeah,
like,
that's fair. I told him about Corkscrew. That's probably too-
Corkscrew's great too. I did not know Corkscrew is a Michelin star.
Yeah, they just got it.
A little while ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one of 4 places in Texas that has
Yeah.
it just for barbecue.
That's pretty cool.
That's
Yeah.
huge.
Corkscrew's great, but fuck me, that line sucks.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
going
you
to the
gotta
Salt
get
Lake.
that right.
Salt Lick is actually gone downhill.
They has.
Yeah.
They has.
Also, Franklin has gone downhill, but people still claim it's the best barbecue. It's like, no, it's not even the best in Austin, let alone Texas.
Yeah, I hear a lot of debate about that.
It was. Now, it was the standard, and everybody learned to cook brisket from Franklin and then
Right.
went from there
Right.
and developed their own styles and shit like that. But
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. But either way, the point is they go to smaller, unknown places that have a story. And he said one thing that really led them to Frankenboltzz was the story of how it came about and things like that. You know, obviously once the show is done and put out, we'll see more about that. But Shay, the event coordinator, started posting about it, almost 2 months ago?
Yeah.
And
First day they were available, we got tickets.
yeah, we got tickets the first day because they were already talking about it. Because it sounded cool as shit. Plus, I was already starting to go to Frankenboltzz more. 'Cause
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
with the news that Copperhead was potentially shutting down, I wanted to get a new brewery. I'd already been to Frankenboltzz a few times.
See, that was my first visit to Frankenboltzz.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he decided to go in on the best day ever.
For real.
The rest of them will never live up
I had
to
a good
that.
day. It was a really good day.
It was a really good fucking day. I mean, like,
It was.
drank a lot, ate a lot.
You know,
it was hot as fuck.
Yeah. That helps.
That AC was not keeping up
No, that was
in any way, shape,
It was
or form.
not. I'm glad I had my fan.
Jeff
Yeah.
had that trusty fan.
Yeah. Oh, apparently somebody forgot their fan, and Shay hit me up yesterday at like 6:30 in the morning. He's like, "Hey, is this yours?" I'm like, "No, but I'll take it." I didn't really say that, but I did
Nice.
say
Was it a
like,
box fan?
It's not a box fan. It was a bigger version of what you had.
Okay.
I don't know whose it was, but I think it was closer to the
Yeah.
The DJ
I remember
booth.
seeing it.
big black and red one. Yeah, I don't know whose it was. Hopefully she found it, but like 6:30 in the morning she messaged me.
Well, thank you for grabbing mine.
Well, yeah, you
Because I
left
burned
it.
off and forgot it.
Yeah, I turned around, or Jessica's like, "Hey, somebody forgot his fan." I was like, "Is he still here?" She's like, "Nope, he just burned off." I was like, "Well, we'll
So
hold
I
it."
got it yesterday for work.
Yep.
Good deal.
But
Because I use that to move the cold air from my AC up front.
There you go.
yep,
Circulate it.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. That fan kept us somewhat cool for the whole show.
And it only used 25% of that battery the whole time we were using it.
Yeah, that's what was fucking crazy.
That was
Well, it's a
cranking
big,
for a while,
well, it's
wasn't it?
It's the Hercules
About
8 amp hour battery. It's a
about
big
4
boy.
hours. Yeah.
Yeah, it was going.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll run that thing for 3 days at work
wow.
on just that battery.
One charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But now I have it plugged directly into my AC lines. So my big battery bank power, it only draws like 15 watts.
yeah, okay. Well,
So
it did the trick.
Yeah.
it did.
Yeah.
So I brought the bare minimum of recording equipment because I didn't know exactly what we were going to manage. I brought the spare board, and I figured out a way to utilize the lapel mics that we've only tried to utilize once as mic wands, because I've discovered that they just have those things on
You
Amazon.
just stick it in and put a fuzzy cover over it.
Yeah. So it actually worked out pretty good. Basically,
You don't know. You haven't heard it yet.
No, it worked out good. No. It worked out good. I just have no idea if the outcome was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we basically started, you and me, a little bit of Jessica. I think you were the first person otherwise to come and hang out with us. So
Okay.
that was we popped your podcast.
That was a
cherry
good.
there.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Oh, I forgot about Corbett. We got Corbett as well.
Got
So that-
Corbett, yeah.
We did
So
get
that's
8.
what, 9 people.
We got 8 people.
Okay.
100%. We got 8 people. So we got a bunch of different people. I got Chuck and Shay both came on at different times, and then when I was interviewing Shay, Chuck came over and was flipping off the camera. So that was
Shocking.
funny, and that was in the
And we got
that was in their promo video.
we got
they
Clay.
showed. Clay came over.
He's a good time.
He was a good time. Where he came over and told us how he hates barbecue.
Corbett was sitting there talking with us, and he leans over and says, "Hey, you know the fella you got interviewing's got a flat bill on his ball cap." Said, "You sure you want to talk to him?"
That was funny. So we got those guys.
That's right.
I got Steven from Mad Llama. That's when I discovered right near the end of our section with him that the audio was not recording anymore, because I think my battery bank overheated and shut off.
Oh,
Because I looked over and it was
That's good.
dead, and I was like, "What
Yeah,
the fuck?"
You have to ventilate that.
Yeah. So in the future,
Now you know.
it'll be unpacked. Or, well, I didn't know I was going to sit right next to a plug, or I wouldn't have bothered. Because literally, it's what I did. It's like boop, right into the wall. Just having to sit right next to an
Yeah.
outlet. I was like, perfect. But we got a lot of people on there. Unfortunately, because things were so busy, I did not get all of the guys on the show. But after they finished filming everything and they had more time to hang out before they left for the next thing they needed to go do, we did get John.
Yeah, he sat for about 15, 20 minutes.
Yep. So John is also the host of Spear Talk podcast, which usually drops new stuff weekly. And that podcast is actually with the bassist of Shinedown. Shout out to Eric. So it's weird that Eric's last name is Bass.
And he plays the bass.
He plays the bass.
Plays the bass.
Yeah, it could be bass, and I don't know, but it'd be funny. But either way, so interesting podcast because I did talk to him a little bit about that while they were behind the bar slinging beers for us.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was fun. It's like, yeah, let's have these like rock stars and rock star associated people slinging beers for us.
Shut up and
asked
pour.
Barry, I go, how'd you get roped into this? He goes, this brings me joy.
Dude, Barry was having a good
really cool
fucking
guy.
day,
He seemed
man.
like a nice fella.
It
Yeah.
really was.
So,
He really
Of course, he squatted down, was loving on River first thing.
Oh, yeah. Who would?
How could you tell he was squatting?
He is a little feller.
He is a little fella. He made me feel tall, but he can drum
Big
like
heart.
a motherfucker. Yeah, that dude, like, yeah, would not want to fuck with Barry. But whenever we got a chance near the end, when they were done doing the questionnaire part, everybody got to come up, get stuff signed, which that was completely and utterly disorganized. All the VIPs should have been sent up there first to get shit
He
signed.
wouldn't leave him alone.
First of all,
Come on, let's go.
I did. I kept bugging him all day. I'm like, okay, that's all. Like early on, 'cause
When 7 or 8 people were stacking up behind, it was like, hey, let these guys wrap
well,
up.
first of all, you were fucking on John's ear, so don't even talk shit. I was talking to Barry.
Yeah.
I don't know who was talking to Ty.
I had a good conversation with Ty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ty's a good dude, and,
Yeah.
and he reminds me of one of my coworkers. It's really kind of funny. Like I was like, who does he remind me of? And then I thought about it. I was like, oh yeah, take the hat off. Yeah, he looks like one of my coworkers.
No
It's funny.
kidding.
But we were talking about because he's the only one from Texas.
Texas, yeah.
Yeah, so he's from the Midlothian area.
Okay.
Midlothian. But in theory, because John even said before we were done, he's like, oh yeah, man, we'll connect later, do a Skype podcast later. I was like, hell yeah. He was like, no problem. I was like, I got lots of time and I know how to work the internets. So
Nice.
it'll be fun to get him on the show proper.
Yeah.
But we talked to a lot of people, had way too much beer.
You had way too much beer.
Well, he also had way
I was
too much beer.
I had a plethora.
You did. But if not for
Well,
you, I would not have known about the Dr.
well-
Pepperstein.
Well, y'all had a
Yeah.
stack of tokens.
Yeah, we did.
Dude, I don't even know
I
how I
would.
got through all my tokens, but apparently I did. So I must have not paid attention those last couple.
You know, we touched on how neat it was that so many people from so many different breweries that have been in those circles for so long can get together, and a quarter of the people there, and then you end up making friends just quickly, easily with a whole bunch of people that are tangentially related
Yeah.
to the ones you know.
Yeah, it is 6 degrees of bacon, right?
For real.
there.
Well, because
Because we all knew the same people.
That was crazy.
I originally met you guys at Copperhead months ago.
Yeah.
On a random night.
Yeah.
We talked about bullshit, and then when the first time I think I took or made it out there for a market day, you guys were there at Frankenboltzzzz, and I was like, yeah, I know these guys, and so I didn't have anybody to talk to at that point, so I was just bullshitting with you, and then literally like a whole table of people I knew came in later,
Yeah.
but also Stacy, Angelique, and Kit both all came from. I know them from trivia nights, and I was like,
the Chaos Goblins.
yes.
Okay.
So I was like, hey, where are all the husbands? It's like, no, this is a girls' day. I'm like, that
Alright, later.
sucks. Literally, all of their men were doing other things. I was like, that sucks. They should all be here too. But also, fun part because it was another market day on top of everything else.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, everybody had to have cleaned up, dude.
Oh,
Like,
I'm almost done with that loaf of sourdough.
I still got half of mine in there, but like,
I've been going so fat, kid. Butter toasted on both sides.
yes,
Strawberry jelly.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The sweet, spicy
Talk
stuff.
to
Oh
me.
my gosh, it works.
So we got we got a lot more pickles. We got a bunch
Here
of
we go
pickles. Okay, so
You got
let's-
nipples?
No, I said pickles.
Oh,
I do have nipples, but I didn't buy any. I didn't buy any pickled nipples. Thanks.
Oh, this can go south so fast.
it usually does.
What's the name of the show again? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did get a chance to talk for a long time to the Nomeo and Juliet guy.
Okay.
So shout out to him.
He's a nice little fella.
He's a really nice dude, firefighter. And like trying to, like, they're here in town, I believe. And then talk to the Parkers that were over there slinging pickles. So I'm trying to
Their stuff's good.
So I'm trying to connect them so that whenever he needs jalapenos and stuff like that for his loaves, he can buy them from them. And then also I want a pickle loaf that's the Parker mustard pickles.
See, there was an ulterior motive.
Yeah, so I want their mustard pickles in one of his sourdough loaves.
Yes.
Okay.
But also he gave me a
I
couple
don't
of the
blame you.
Yeah, I got a couple of the free chocolate chip cookies that he had. Well, he had a couple free samples, but you're selling the rest. I was like, perfectly salted, everything, got the big flaky finishing salt on them.
Yeah.
Dude, they were only like that big, like silver dollar size, and that's all you wanted.
Right.
Because it was so powerful
Yeah.
and rich and good. I was like,
Now who was that that sat in the back with us? 2 first names, firefighter.
I'm drawing a blank.
John Jesse or Jesse?
oh, the dude at the other end of the, I don't know his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's a volunteer there. He's there a lot.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
Nice dude.
Yeah.
But I just didn't know to shut up.
Don't know what that's like.
Well, he's sitting there right behind the dude recording and he's wanting to talk. I'm like, dude, chill.
Oh, oh, you know,
I heard you do that. Was good. I was like, good job, Jeff.
you know who we didn't manage to really get on the show? Who was there the whole fucking day?
Chad.
Matt.
Oh yeah, Matt. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was busy selling,
Well,
man.
Matt came in and got a couple blurbs. You know, he came and say something, but we didn't get him on the show proper.
Should have drug him in. Or Tara, at least.
They've been busy.
I learned from Matt that there's more than one style of. I like Bohemia beer, Mexico,
Sure.
and I didn't know there was multiple.
Yeah, I stick with the Rhapsody.
Okay. Yeah, that's what we usually get here, right?
I'm full shit.
That's the Marin one, right? What is it called? Is it not?
No, that's the one made by the five or six different guys that work together.
4.
Okay.
He's making a Queen joke. You said Bohemian.
Oh,
he
no,
said
you didn't.
Rhapsody.
I thought you said. Okay, I misunderstood.
Though I will say,
It's like, I like the Rhapsody.
Rap City sounds like a brewery. Actually,
I'm still getting accustomed. I don't know what I heard exactly. I think I heard
you heard stupidity is
Yeah,
what
you
happened.
did.
Yeah.
Someone's got to make me laugh.
Yeah. No, they have Mexican do
I'll
have
be that
different
guy.
types of beers. I don't know what you're talking about though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was sad Matt didn't get on the air, but getting to at least sit down and talk with John, I think we had him like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then they literally
I
had
was like, hey, you got to go.
they're literally like, you gotta go. Like the production crew and everything is ready to fucking go, and we're still chatting. So we got him out of there. But it was cool. At least I got to talk to one of them. Barry apologized so fucking thoroughly to me that he didn't get a chance to come on. He was like felt bad because he's like, yeah, we'll come on as soon as we can. But then he disappeared
They were
after the
busy,
Q&A.
man.
Yeah, they were all around.
Yeah. But I mean, it was a good fucking day. Weather was great. Didn't rain out there, even though it was supposed to. Rained everywhere else, but not on us.
Yeah.
For once.
Yeah, your wife said it was threatening to thunder, clouded up a little bit. She was able to cool off a little.
Yeah. But it never like stormed like
No.
it did in other places.
Would have been
But,
great.
dude, for an event, and not to mention that Frankenboltzzzz literally reinvented itself for this event.
Big time.
Well,
in,
not
in what weeks?
Complete overhaul.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks of rebuild. Well, 3 technically. The week
Well,
they
what
took
was
out
it
the
like
wall.
before? Just
There was a wall dividing right down the middle where the kitchen is.
okay.
And the front section is where all the brewing stuff was, and then kind of an office just where all the junk was. But nobody really went through the front unless they just wanted to. Everybody came through that side door that was behind us.
Yeah.
And now the front door is actually the front door.
Yep.
For the first time in 4 years.
Yeah.
So 4 years on, they finally made progress. And they said, basically, I asked Shay about it. He's like, so this was the kick in the pants to finally do the remodel. And she's like, yes.
Yeah.
He's like, we were planning on it, and this was the kick in the pants. But now they know the AC.
Hurry, everybody!
Dude, they like had 5 or 6 people helping them
Big
every
time.
day. I was going to come out and help, but the times that I had available literally got taken up by work bullshit.
They had some folks do some significant contributions, like the sign stuff and
Dude,
all
the
that.
laser-
That was that fellow that was sitting next to us.
The laser
He did
cut
all
signs. Yeah.
The CNC mill.
Yeah. And then the coins, the wood,
those coins.
the
yeah.
coins. Yeah. Those are, and apparently if you still have any, they're still good. They'll take
that-
them in the
yeah,
future.
we
if you
clarified
still had
that.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, well, we spent money for beer. We better get our beers.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think overall, I spent like $150
Oh yeah.
Oh,
just
really?
just on
Easy.
stuff that day.
Oh, good grief! I didn't get that bad.
Well, I had more beer than you, and I bought more stuff.
True.
But that's just me. Jessica bought some shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we split it up. But then also the tickets, because we had VIP.
Yeah, $85.
I don't even know if we got all our VIP stuff because I don't think anybody was clear on what exactly we were supposed to get. Did you get a koozie? I did.
They were handing those out. That didn't go with it.
It should have.
Wow.
No,
I
it was,
don't disagree.
Jessica that got koozies for me.
Yeah, basically, like, well, no, because somebody came by with them.
My damn glass. I sent you the picture of my pint glass.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Getting into the car, I was juggling stuff.
Oh, you left it on
and
the
I left
van.
it in the valley by the windshield wipers in my van.
He
Oh.
he
And
left
it
it in the
rode.
cowl of his van and then drove home.
It rode all the way home.
Dumbass. I forgot about that. Yeah. Where is mine?
Oh, yeah.
Rode all the way home.
Make sure you yes. Well, you sent it to me. Remind me.
Yeah.
I'll add it in
How
the show.
far did you drive like that?
To Conroe,
All the way back to Conroe
Yeah.
proper.
45.
Oh, Lord. I know that we all know that stretch of road.
Exactly. Well,
And you're paying more attention to your speedometer so you don't get pulled the fuck over.
I started
Dude,
to say you
compared
could be.
compared to the weekend before, there were no cops. Weekend before, there were cops
Oh, yeah.
everywhere.
That was like a
Well, on the way there were cops everywhere. I saw 2 wrecks on the way
Did
Oh,
you?
yeah.
I didn't.
that morning.
Oh, that morning.
Oh, that morning?
Yeah, there was one on 336 and then one on 105.
Oh.
Someone forgot to mute my watch.
They're
But
fired.
some dickhead.
Bastard.
So
Son of a bitch.
So it was your first time there, so I'll go to you first, Heffy. Like your first time experiencing the beers
Yes.
and the location. What was the thing you enjoyed the most? Not just the event, but about the place.
The place was nice. It was laid back. I enjoyed the people more than anything else.
Okay. Well, that's normal.
Once again, met a lot of people, some people I knew, some I didn't, but everybody was nice. Nobody stirred any shit up. That's one of the things I like about breweries. Different class of people. You're not going there to get laid. You're not going there to pick fights. You're going there to hang out, have a beer, goof off bullshit.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've been at Copperhead where some guy came in drunk, drank a whole lot of big beers, and then it became a big fuck off mess. They basically almost called the cops on that guy.
Oh, wow.
He was just causing problems. No violence, but beyond obnoxious behavior.
I mean,
got-
it can happen.
I wish I would have been there to help.
That guy got shit faced, and he was a newbie too.
Oh,
Yeah, so it
that's-
looked
yeah.
real fucking bad.
ruins it for everybody.
Yeah.
But it was good. My favorite beer was the one with the hatch chilies.
Yeah,
Badges.
Badges.
We
That
don't
was
need no
so
stinking badges.
Fucking good.
I don't know.
That's their hit. That's
That's their bombshell blonde.
Do they do growlers
yeah.
or anything to go?
No.
Because
Not yet.
I need to get some and I need to cook with it.
absolutely.
Just hit up Chuck.
I want to do a pork loin or something in it.
Yeah, it would be good on it would be a good marinade.
He does with the Stormy Night. that
The
they
Stormy
have
Night, he
there.
makes burgers.
He
and
makes
I'll see that
burgers
for
with
the
it.
anniversary.
and they were excellent.
Yeah, I
by
didn't
the
have
way.
it.
I'd love
I
to
was
take one of
stupid.
their stouts and do a gravy out of it.
That'd be good too. Well, he's only got the one stout. Really.
Well, no,
No,
I
the
mean,
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepperstein is not a stout.
you know, it's funny. You
It's
said
that would make
it's a double brown at best.
It'd make a good gravy or a decent barbecue sauce additive.
Yeah. Because it's already seasoned and everything
Yeah.
else like that. Because one, he called it Dr. Pepperstein, but everybody's like, "Oh, is it made of Dr. Pepper, or is it supposed to taste like Dr. Pepper?" No.
No,
yeah,
it's just got 23 C spices in
but
it.
actually, what was weird about it is when I first took the first couple sips, I was like, "Okay, I could see like stale Dr. Pepper flavor in it."
yeah.
But
It's
it-
almost.
I got a
you ever
hint.
had a flaming Dr. Pepper?
Yeah,
No,
It's almost like that almost Dr. Pepper taste.
right.
Yeah.
It's
like
what do you
Dr.
call
K.
it?
We can do that with 151.
No,
Manufactured, you know.
They're good.
no fire indoors.
I was doing them at the farm. I was bored
Yeah.
one night.
Golly.
But it,
151 amaretto, drop it in a beer.
yeah,
It tastes
So-
kind of Dr. Pepperish.
That's what the dudes do all the at the bars. Do
Yes.
fire spitting
Yes.
with is
yeah, no fire,
151.
no fire indoor heffies.
Oh,
Sorry.
Wah, wah.
Okay, so
he
did you
hurts my heart.
did you get? No, that's also the bacon. Did you get a chance to get scared by Chucky?
No, I saw him. I was like, hey, it's Chucky.
Okay, most people get scared by Chucky.
Yeah.
That's
I-
his point.
I don't jump. And if I do jump, it's a forward movement.
Yeah, I forgot there was somebody else who was there.
And no, I
their
didn't
first
attack
time. Yeah,
Somebody.
Somebody.
That has happened.
so it has happened. People have literally bashed it
Yeah.
as hard as a sign. Anything else that struck you?
No,
Well, what's funny is you didn't get to see the changes. Like if you'd gone with me, some of
no,
the
I
other
didn't
week-
see any of the changes. I just
Yeah.
saw what I rolled up to. And
Yeah,
But you encapsulated it. It's about the first time we went there. Chuck and Shelly made us feel like family.
yeah.
Yeah.
So already connected to you guys.
yeah.
And then he's like, "How do you know Denise?" I was like, "Them."
Yeah.
I was like
Yeah.
meeting her here with
Yeah.
them. I was like, it's just kind of funny, small world.
But yeah, I see Denise at least twice a week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, working
Yeah.
the Legion.
She's
So
fam.
how long have you been going out there?
She loves the river.
I would say, yeah. I'd say we started going, either last January, I want to say.
Okay,
when we
so
really started,
A
like,
good bit over a year.
yeah,
then.
like
Okay.
becoming regulars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I visited at least a year ago. And then I think I was there either for or right after the anniversary. No, definitely after the anniversary party. I missed it. Some shit happened, I remember. Or else I would have had Stormy Burgers. But basically now we go out there almost every fucking weekend, either for market days or just because. And
Yeah.
like I don't like driving that far to go drinking.
Right.
But I know my limits.
Yeah.
One of the reasons
Also, they have good pizza.
it's one of the reasons I was so conservative with my intake.
Yeah. We Ubered because
Well,
we
you
knew.
could have rode home with us if you had to. Because I knew Jessica wasn't going to drink that hard.
Yeah.
Because she knew I was going to. I mean, it's a beer event.
Smart.
If I come home sober, it's a problem.
Yeah. That's sad.
So
But their pizza is legit. I
is.
don't eat any other pizza but theirs now just because.
I miss the Hoppy Kitchens pizza.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was some good stuff. at
Dude,
Copperhead.
Ryan's Meat
Copperhead.
Lovers was so fucking good.
His fish and chips.
Like
His
like,
chili was money.
the chili was money.
Yeah.
I want to know where those recipes went because they
Yeah.
need to be shared.
Yeah. Agreed.
Because, dude, I've never had a fucking standard pizza that was so heavy with it other than his Meat Lovers. That was ridiculous.
It was
heavy
almost
pizza.
It was almost Chicago-like. But
It was
wasn't.
Chicago with shallow
Right.
crust.
I-
It was an inverted Chicago deep
Exactly.
dish.
You captured it. That's
So much meats and cheeses.
yeah.
Like it was hard to eat, but it was
Yeah.
you had to eat it with knife and fork.
I finally did fish and chips that was at least as good as Ryan's.
Fush and chops.
Buddy of mine come
For
back
New
from the
Zealand
coast with
listeners.
a huge bag of speckled trout for me.
Oh wow.
And I went to town. I thinned out a beer battle a little bit since they're thinner fillets.
Yeah.
That beer bag.
Seasoned it up and went to town.
Yeah.
They were gorgeous. They were delicious.
Not bony.
No, well, I checked everything.
Well, trout.
Yeah.
He cleaned them
cleaned it
properly,
good.
and there was only 3 fillets I had to pull the pin bone out of.
Okay.
They did really well.
That's not bad.
That's impressive.
And so once
I
you
just
got the
don't eat that
temperature
much
to the
fish.
right point, the fishy flavor was gone. Big flaky white meat.
Yeah.
Chad and Heidi came over to eat with us, and Heidi doesn't like fishy anything, and she destroyed it. They took some leftovers to Chad's parents.
Yeah.
And Nana, she hates fish.
Yeah.
She started picking at it after Chuck dove in and devoured the rest of it. She said, I hate fish, but I love that.
Wow.
It's fish that's not fish.
Yeah.
It's like tuna in a can.
But clean. Super clean.
Yeah. 100%. Fucking A.
Um,
I miss that place.
Yeah. They were good. They had good stuff.
Yeah. Also, congrats to Seth and Alicia for getting their first home.
Yep.
Yeah.
At least they're staying in town. The rumor was they weren't, but at least now they definitely are.
Yeah. That's good. Hopefully we'll
Yep.
see them.
What? Well, it ain't closed yet. We just got to, keep it. Well, you guys.
Oh
know.
yeah. That looks proper. You did that?
Yeah.
Woo! You got the right
Like
batter.
I said, this ain't an accident. That fucking cook.
Like I said, we know how to be fat.
We know how to stay fat.
Well, that's
That sound like my kryptonite, man.
yeah. Well, that's what I kept. Well, that's what I kept talking to, like with the Nomeo guy and the Parkers, and I just kept throwing out different ideas for things, and they're like, "Oh, that is a good idea.
Well,
If you do that, tag us in it."
Once it cools off, we tend to have more group dinners because the stuff I like cooking is a bunch of, the Cajun Creole, and
Oh,
it feeds
yeah.
an army for not a whole lot.
Yep.
And but it's too hot to eat,
It
too heavy
is.
to eat in the summer.
Yeah.
Mm,
I know.
Except for burgers.
We need to do smash burgers again,
Yeah, you need to let me do them.
Those are.
or let me do them.
No, I want to do them on your griddle because I had to use that tiny fucking thing out there, and
You
it's a pain
did.
in the dick. They were really good, but I would need a proper griddle to do it all. Because I don't get to actually cook, except for the one time I had to finish cooking your chicken because you disappeared.
What happened?
I think you got violently sick and had to go home.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like right at the beginning of the get together, he just fucking got violently ill.
Yeah,
Like,
gotta go.
Everything, medication, everything went wrong all at once, and he had to go home.
That's a bummer.
That sucked.
I mean, it's 8 minutes down the road, so it's not the big a deal. But he got sick.
Well, it depends on what kind of sickness. So.
That was one that I didn't want to be around anybody.
Yeah, it was better for him to not be there, especially
Yeah.
considering
Because I would when I feel bad, I turn to an angry, grumpy asshole.
That- Grumphole.
Grumphole.
Okay.
It's Grumphole.
Grumphole.
At least you own it. I mean,
Merch.
We've not made the Grumphole merch. I thought Chad was going to design that. Chad was supposed to design the Grumphole merch. So either way, damn. So that was a good day.
Yep.
And then I got home and got very, very, very drunk by the time we got home.
We
Started
we
carrying shit
almost closed it
upstairs.
down.
Really?
Did you?
Y'all
Yeah,
stayed a
we-
while?
We were there a while. In fact,
Been a while.
Dave and yeah, Dave and Zero showed up.
Really?
Dave went and got zero.
He went
finally?
and got Zero because Aaron went on the ghost tour, and the
okay.
Lamplight
Yeah,
ghost tour. Which
Oh
was
yeah,
part
shout
of
out to
that.
them by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
We're supposed to connect with them to do a podcast.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, so let me just mention here all the different ways I was assembling different things. So John, obviously, want to do
Yeah.
something with him in the future. Working on doing a lamplight tour / podcast for the show, and then also doing a live podcast, well, quote unquote live, on location at Mad Llama sometime soon as well.
Oh cool. I need to go back there.
And we're gonna do it. That's actually gonna be a rank 6 video. So that's where we take 6 drinks, pair them against each other, and rank them. But it'll be all their beers. I'm gonna have them pick their top 6, give them to us who've barely had them, and then rank them.
That'll be one of the few days I get a driver.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Because the last time we did rank 6,
well, that was
did
because
I
we were
have
drinking.
one or not?
What?
The Elvis. No, I drove home.
I thought Amy took you.
No, I drove home after
Or
that.
did you Uber?
Or- I don't remember. The one before it, I Ubered.
Yeah, I don't remember what you did.
Anyway, we was drunk.
I know Chad,
Sum it up.
Chad and Heidi hung out for a while
Yeah.
until Chad was more sober. But that was six Elvis cocktails back to back. Technically 7.
Yeah, they're
We had a
good.
fucked up one and we had to redo it. But
Yeah.
On top of the shot we had before.
yes, and we did a previous video.
It was like
we
8 drinks.
We had 8 drinks. We had 8 drinks that were almost impure.
It was the Elvis licensed Elvis whiskey called Midnight Snack.
peanut butter bacon banana.
Yeah.
Whiskey.
Is it infused? Oh, what?
I wish there was some left, but
There's some left.
This is actually on the market?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah. I got it out there. We get a chance to poke around the bar cart.
Yeah, you
before
had
we
to
leave.
save it from Jordan.
Oh yeah, so we did Jordan's birthday here last week. And,
Tuesday.
And
Oh, yeah.
he, between him, my wife, Jamie, and somebody else, they tore that bottle up.
Yeah, this is the first I'm hearing of it. So
Well,
that's-
I only looked it up because Jordan is our Elvis friend.
Oh yeah, yeah. You told me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got that for him for the show. So we did a taste test video with him before we did the rank 6.
And
video.
it's okay. I'd put it on par with
It's not great, but it's good.
the Letterkenny whiskey. It's more of a
Oh,
novelty.
it's way better than
Puppers.
no, Puppers
No,
is a
Puppers
beer.
is the
It's
beer.
Gus and Brew.
Gus and Brew, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got the Gus and Brew out there too.
All
And it's just a
But
novelty
that's just
bottle,
novelty,
essentially.
novelty whiskey.
It just
It's
sounds
crap.
curious,
But the Elvis one is a legit thing. It's just it's really sweet and like it would. It's definitely some-
Artificially, the artificial banana hits hard.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's fun and it's not abhorrent, but you would definitely mix it with things.
well, that sounds like a commercial.
Like a cream soda. Oh.
Might be good. Might be good in cream soda.
Oh, IBC.
So
Oh, yeah.
So not only did I pre-make Elvis Old Fashions, pre-made the mix, and so all we had to do was just put things on ice. And then I also pre-made Donkey Shows. I made a picture of Donkey Show mix.
Okay, Donkey Show's a drink we came up with at Bartlett's.
I just started to
Distillery.
say this is a new one I haven't.
Yeah,
heard
so
of.
Donkey Show we came up with on Star Wars Day at Bartlett's. So we had run of the bar because nobody else came in. So
Yeah.
it was just me, him.
Even the bartender jumped in and was sitting on the podcast.
yeah, literally the bartender was on a podcast with us.
Yeah, we had sandwich tray, and we just sat there and ate and drank and had a good time.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good time.
So, well, I mean, it sucks for them, but you know, it's good for us.
Yeah.
But also Megan said while they're still functional, if we ever want to take over for a Sunday, just let her know. and
Gotta
she'll
get everybody out there, whole
literally
family,
get,
everybody.
Literally get all of us out
That'd
there
be
to do a
good.
show.
yeah, that would be fun.
Bring food.
Our own,
Yeah.
and then literally be like, make it look like they're open so they actually draw in business. How weird would that be? Have a whole bunch of cars in the parking lot,
Hell,
maybe?
I could sell plates.
Right? But so Donkey Show is half Moscow Mule, half margarita.
Yes,
Half
with a
Moscow
tequila
Mule,
base.
half
You
margarita.
don't have to say tequila base. It's a margarita.
But Moscow Mule has the
Yeah, but you wouldn't put vodka in it.
no. Anyway,
That's why it's a Donkey Show.
it's really fucking
That
good.
makes sense.
Yeah. So you basically
Sounds refreshing. Good for this.
Oh,
time
it's
of year, huh?
unfortunately I dumped out the rest of it earlier because it had been well over a week in a pitcher, and I was like, that's not gonna be good.
But
But,
no, she made.
I can
them,
make one
and-
real
and-
quick.
Oh, okay. This is good.
Yeah, so she didn't know how good it was gonna come up, and then I got the recipe from her the next time I went.
That sounds.
So it's basically whatever your tequila is. You make a basic margarita mix. I buy the HEB margarita mix and then add a little bit of extra lime and lemon and orange zest.
A couple dashes of bitters.
Couple dash of orange bitters, and then you polish it off or you top it off with ginger beer and a a lime wedge.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Super awesome.
It's really good. Really
Yeah.
refreshing.
Yeah, it does. It's, yeah.
'Cause the
And
ginger
actually-
really counters the sweetness.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I got done with just the margarita mix, it was very sweet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I blew out the rest of my my
I don't want to hear
favorite
what you
tequila.
blow out.
The rest of my favorite tequila over there. So
Oh, the one somebody started drinking?
no, not that.
Oh, okay.
No, my favorite tequila, not the most expensive.
Okay.
Yeah. So either way, that was
Big,
last
pretty blue
week.
and white bottle. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He's what Class A Azul is.
The
We talked
Azul.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overpriced, but
Yes.
tasty. If it didn't cost as much as it did,
Personally,
it would
I
still
like
be the
Maca-
best thing.
I like the Pantalones.
Yeah, because you have very limited taste. When it
One of my
comes to
favorite
tequilas.
tequilas.
All right. All right.
It's good. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. It's good. I actually used it for that night.
Okay.
But the one, no, I didn't. I used the other one. I used it when I was making them for myself. I was using the Pantalones, but I was going around my tequilas and figuring out which one would. Well, because I was making them individually, so
Yeah.
I could see which tequila was the best base.
Okay. Y'all recommend it, though? You think it's Pantalones is good?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I like it.
I'll give it a.
it's the
Flame.
Repo.
Yeah.
We haven't tried the rest of them yet.
But
Okay.
The Pantalones is a
smooth
solid.
little sweet lift on the end. It's nice.
Hey, we've been wanting to do I mentioned it to you before. We want to do a celebrity tequila taste test video.
Yep,
Okay.
Drink 6. That'd be fun.
Well, we could do a rank 6. We don't have to buy 6 of them. But if we just do a standard taste test comparison, we could
True.
do that. Because it would go real fast if we're just sampling tequilas. So, but basically get like Terramana, get Lobo, get a couple of the other ones that,
Yeah.
and compare them all. Make sure we get all like repos. So, at least we have, don't try to put like an extra
What- what we
añejo versus
compare-
a
we
Blanco.
compared the
That'd be tough.
Pour Osos to Crystal Skull, right?
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
Pour Osos, I would highly recommend. I'm on my 6th or 7th bottle now.
Oh, wow.
If you like vodka.
Okay.
That's Burt Kreischer and Tom Segura.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Bears. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
good.
2 bears. Yeah.
2 Bears. Yeah.
Dude, did you see what they posted today for today's episode? They did a gender swap of Bert and Tom, made them both women.
Oh, no.
Hold on, I have to show you this
I'm gonna
because it
drink on that.
disturbs me. It disturbs.
Why is Burt cute?
No, well, I mean yes, but no, no, Bert
He has
is
a great rack.
no, Bert,
Yeah,
no.
Loves to show it off.
Fuck.
Wow. That's
So
that makes me uncomfortable.
Who's that look like?
I was thinking of one of the Wilson Phillips girls, but
Yes, but I would
Am I
say
wrong?
Jennifer Tilly a little bit too.
oh yeah.
Yeah, Jennifer Tilly.
Without the voice.
Yeah, without the voice. Well, maybe it's Bert's voice.
Well, yeah. That's,
We definitely have an annoying laugh. But here's the thing. Bert said it's like, I look like a fucking slut who doesn't put up with anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, that definitely has added.
But that's Tom.
Oh, fuck, no.
oh, poor Tom.
No, here's the scary part. That looks just like my ex Laura. It's
Is it really? I
if
can't see. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I
If
don't-
you ever see her again, you're going to be like,
Did okay.
like no joke. Like I would have to dig through the archives to find pictures of Laura.
just yell bikes at her for no reason.
But yeah, no. When I saw that, I was like, oh my god. I literally in the comments, I said, oh my god, Tom looks like my ex. I was like no joke. Like when we first met, when we were still like in our early 30s.
okay.
It was just like,
Oh,
holy
to
fuck.
be clear, we're not doing that.
What?
I don't want to look like fucking Roseanne.
Dude, it would have to. You would. No, you look more like Rosie O'Donnell, probably.
God,
She's an
bless.
ugly looking dude.
Woo.
She does. She is a pretty ugly looking dude.
I
now.
commented on stuff and I said, shut the hell up, you saddlebag.
What do you got against saddlebags, man?
Well, the
Well, they're not
ones.
supposed to be on a face.
Well, we like you. Well, most saddlebags are useful, not that one.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That was just full of hot air.
Oh, God.
Poor saddlebag.
I love that she's like blaming Trump for everything in her life. It's like,
That meant to
Hey,
be
she's one of the few that actually followed through and moved.
and then literally
then
wants
they're
to
trying
come
to-
back. They're trying to boot her
they
out.
don't want her.
Oh, really?
Ireland doesn't want her.
They don't want her.
Yeah,
Get out, you wee beastie.
she's not we.
Yeah, like, yeah. I don't think I like the effect of we, but yeah, I don't think that would get used.
Oh man. Like, dude, like, and something that came up with her recently, and it's actually a disturbing trend of how many celebrities have trans kids.
Yeah,
You seen this
I
shit?
don't-
It's all of them. All of them have trans
You
kids.
think that's in
Oh,
a contract part?
I think so.
I think it's all the brainwashing.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to,
Dude,
you have to
it's-
submit them to some kind of academy. Or
It's
something.
Scientology.
Oh, well.
Well, maybe actually. I think
I don't know.
mean,
It
there's
falls
multiple.
along like a lot of the comedians, if you follow during COVID and during Trump's first election, they were basically told, "Hey, this is what you're going to think. This is what you're going to say, and this is going to be your opinion."
Here's
or
the
you're not
party
gonna work
line.
anymore."
Yeah, that's basically right.
And so every single comedian, I had to stop watching comedy for years.
Yeah, it was well.
And then
among
there was
other things.
there's a handful that stayed like, no, we're not going to do all that.
Like Kevin Smith, he jumped on that party line in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, he's
shocking.
well, he's a weirdo, but he also isn't wanting to.
But then
But he's also from New Jersey. He shouldn't give a fuck.
it was Kill Tony that
I
got me
think a
back
lot
into
of them.
comedy.
Yeah, I think that was the case.
Kill
for a lot
Tony
of folks.
saved comedy, I think.
Absolutely.
I think he did
Yeah.
for the entire country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that like while there were some really good specials during COVID, like people who like look at Bert. Bert invented the idea of
Wait, didn't Chappelle come out with a huge one during COVID?
yeah, Chappelle
Yeah.
did, Bert did, but Bert came up with the outdoor movie or drive-in theater comedy shows. Created
Yeah.
an entire tour around that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it was actually misattributed because Eliza Schlesinger technically came up with that idea, but Bert executed it
Yeah.
well and literally fell all within the COVID rules and did a fucking U.S. tour
Yeah.
that was incredibly successful and kept everybody working. Like the company that set up the stages for them in the fields or wherever they were, and then tied into the movie theater system, so they had their built-in jumbotrons. Those guys were going to go out of fucking business if Bert didn't hire them and repurpose them for that, because they just did normal venues and concerts.
Yeah.
Concerts weren't allowed to happen. He's like,
Yeah.
what about comedy shows? We're like, I mean, that's no different. It's the same fucking equipment, but with one mic.
Yeah.
We can make that happen. And then they started like doing that tour, kept comedy alive, kept people sane, because they actually got to get out and do shit, even though they couldn't get out of their cars. And then near the end, for a meet and greet, everybody would drive past Bert on a fucking sitting at the golf cart, like waving at everybody on the way out.
Yeah. It
And-
seemed like that crew that was in the Rogan circle,
Yes.
the umbrella of Rogan, as I call it.
The Rogan
They,
universe.
they
Yeah.
all stayed pretty well protected.
Yeah.
I mean, Chappelle's on his own level. But
Chappelle's in Ohio and safe.
yeah, and plus he's,
I'd love to see him come to Austin.
oh, good. Whew,
What?
that'd be amazing.
Chappelle.
Yeah.
Why Austin? Come to fucking
I
Houston.
want to see him sit in on Kill Tony. It'd be
He will
great.
never do that.
I know he won't.
One, he doesn't have to.
Yeah. It's like
If Tony
they part
goes-
the Red Sea. But
If
that'd be-
Tony goes to his club, that'd be
Yeah.
another story. Now he's come to the mothership, but I don't think he would ever sit in on a Kill Tony.
Now they've had some very surprising when they had Jimmy Carr on there. That surprised the hell out of me. that
Well,
he
Jimmy
sit
was
on.
doing a U.S. tour.
but still, it was fantastic. Probably up there for episode of the year.
he's so good.
he's
is so
hilarious because he does the like Q&A part of his shows, and then he just
Well, he's
roasts
so
fuckers.
quick-witted and so
He can
on
riff.
top of everything.
Yeah. He can riff.
Yeah, he's good, but he's also spent enough time across the world here.
Well, it was,
and overseas.
You know, he did
knows-
the 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown for years, and
Yeah.
he had to be quick.
Well, he's on
Yeah.
QI as well.
Yeah.
If you never watched that, the show was great too.
Mhm.
A lot of comedians on QI.
And then Would I Lie to You is one of my favorites.
That's a fun one too.
That's a good one.
A lot of good.
And Greg
BBC.
Davies had some fantastic episodes on there.
Yep. But yeah, no, it's just,
Someone you don't hear from anymore.
nope. He
Yeah.
disappeared. 100%.
He did a couple sitcoms that you can't get over here
Yeah.
that I really want to see. The one that's essentially him teaching.
Yeah.
And we can't get it over here.
So let's focus on our new friend Brad here for a minute.
Oh boy.
Well, because this is a fairly nerd based show, so just like what is your like nerd zone, like the stuff that you kind of like, and I don't mean, but I mean nerd is like the stuff that you're really into. Like being a nerd is just the things you're super interested in.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I like just here lately. I mean, I love sci-fi. I love, I love all the.
You watch it, read it, what?
I mainly watch it. I don't do a whole heck of a lot of reading. So
Okay. Me
yeah.
neither.
Yeah,
I'm
really
the only
don't.
bibliophile in the entire
No, we always.
He's a registered. He had to
You-
go around and tell his neighbors.
So yeah, that's the thing. is,
I like books. I touch books.
I was talking to. I was like, I think we all.
It's okay. I like
always-
old books.
We all have to have that buddy that's like, it's not as good as the book, and you're like, God damn.
Don't get him started on Dune.
Do not.
You shut up. You shut up.
Do
I will
not.
mute you.
But you have to have that, right? So you can
Yes.
like, you know, okay, shit. You're more.
You're wrong, and here's why.
Yeah.
Well, that's me in every other aspect. Yes.
You're more intellectual.
We know.
You saw the other.
Well,
way
if
it
you'd
was
be
supposed
right
to
occasionally, I wouldn't have to be.
The director bastardized your favorite, you know, that kind of stuff. So,
That, actually, that is fairly well true all the time.
yeah. So I get it. I mean, but no, you know, when I was younger, I saw the original Well, here we go. Dating myself, but I saw the original Star Wars in the theater.
Yeah, he's
Post-scroll.
an old man.
I'm an old man.
72.
Well, no, that was 77
Okay.
Yeah, the
when
original,
that came out.
original 77.
Yeah. So, and that made an indelible impression on me because seeing that for the first time as a kid, that was just.
Actually, the question would be whether or not he or Louis is the oldest person on the show yet.
Uh-oh.
Louis just turned 51.
I have to know his month.
I think his birthday was this month.
Okay.
Yeah, because shout out to Louis. I forgot.
Damn
to
it,
happy
Louis.
birthday to him.
Young buck.
So you're slightly older. Nice.
Yeah.
You look better than him if it makes you feel way better. You look way better than Louis.
I appreciate
Here in
that.
15 years, we're going to look bad. We're going to look like
Makes
fuck
me feel-
pie.
Hey, there's still time.
Now, hopefully, I lose weight. You're just gonna rot.
I'm still losing weight, fucker.
Sure. Sure you are.
But yeah, that's so I was big into the Star Wars. I took Brittany to the sequels.
Yeah.
You know, because the prequels weren't out when we were together. But we
Yeah,
did
because
all.
you guys had your first date anniversary.
Yeah, 20 years this past Sunday.
Damn.
Yeah. So
Our the third is our 10-year.
okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
So we're like right there with you.
Yeah. But and she's willing, you know, kind of willingly gone along.
Yeah.
She, you know, but no, I mean, you know, all the 80s cart, like I'm sitting here looking at the He-Man stuff and I'm curious as to what the heck they're going to do with that because they've
Have you
jacked
seen
that
the-
up. I don't know how many
Have you
times.
seen the shit from the new movie coming up?
I have not. I've
dude.
seen stills and stuff.
So the dude playing him is properly jacked, but
I heard
not
he
like
got-
Dolph Lundgren stupid jacked, like reasonable jacked.
okay, well Hemsworth got pretty stupid jack too.
True, but then he got fat jacked.
Yo, well, that,
You know, he didn't have to go cut. He didn't go cut.
okay.
So they've released shit. I'll find it. Hold on, because they've released a still now of He-Man. I knew he was gonna have to take a piss eventually.
That'd be
All right, hold on. He-Man. Oh, I didn't finish typing the word. Okay, so here he is in Prince Adam form.
Yeah, and I like how they kind of did the color palette.
Yep, they kept the color
Kinda-
palette.
Yeah.
And then there was a new still shot of him from behind as He-Man on set. I know this is one of the teasers, so they got the sword right finally.
No, I just started to say I did see
Yeah,
that. The
they
sword is
fuck-
actually, yeah.
It's accurate.
So they're respecting.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah,
That's straight up from the cartoon.
Yeah.
Like, I think this one is, other than the fact that it is definitely going to be on Earth, which, you know, why come to Earth at all?
Yeah, I don't know why they keep doing that.
Fish out of water. Oh,
Yeah.
we do have a Tila though. Very skinny Tila, unfortunately, but they did give us one.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
But I don't know. It might be good. Who is that, anyways? I don't even know who the hell that is playing Tila.
Yeah, they may be going kind of the way of the unknowns for.
And that's good though. That is good.
Yeah, I think they need to do that a little bit more. I was thinking about that the other day with, you know, certain characters they've been doing. They keep going back to the same crop, like you were saying. The anointed.
The same five
I
actors.
think
over
maybe,
and over.
yeah, because you know, I was just, you know, what I was thinking about, the fact that you know Jackman got plucked out of obscurity for that first X-Men. Nobody knew who the hell he was.
No.
When he did,
He was a Broadway dude.
yeah,
Australian
Yeah.
Broadway guy.
yeah, and I didn't know him as that. So when he was doing the character of Wolverine,
Mhm.
I was like, oh, this guy's like a Clint Eastwood badass acting, you know, cigar smoking.
Yeah, he defined what modern Wolverine was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I was impressed. I didn't know who the hell he was, which you know, sometimes I'm tough on that kind of stuff, but
It's okay. Jeff never knows who anyone is.
So it seems like they may ought to try to do that and then just amp the budget up and maybe get some supporting actors that can make them look better.
They have not shown a new Skeletor yet, but if they do a good job with Skeletor, that'll be good.
Who did they cast? Do you remember?
I don't even.
They've got some big. Oh, I think it's Jared Leto. So I'm not sure what I've.
John Lithgow.
He'll do a good job then.
You think?
I think so. I mean, he's a good actor.
He can be.
But also, if he's playing Skeletor, who gives a shit? He's going to look like a skeleton face.
Yeah, he just has to do the voice, right?
Yeah.
Maybe not. They may say, no, you don't have to.
I don't know. Mark Hamill actually did a really good Skeletor in the Kevin Smith animated version.
Okay.
Yeah, the one on Netflix.
Yeah.
That's actually,
my brother-in-law's a huge He-Man guy.
Well, they could just go to type and do what they always do and pull Alan Tudyk into it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he'd probably be a good Skeletor as long as he's like facially. He would not play the body of Skeletor, but the voice.
But the voice.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's not built.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's busy playing a robot in Superman,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm still excited for despite all the hate. The constant hate online over the more shit that comes out about this movie, the more people want to hate it.
Well,
I'm not a fan of the series. I'm willing to go see it.
What?
What's the new Superman?
Yeah. Okay. Just make sure that's what you're referring to.
Okay. Yeah. I have to out of curiosity. I mean, I like gun stuff.
Mhm.
I really didn't know much about the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Because I didn't
Nobody
read that
did.
comic. Yeah. And then I really grew to love the characters.
Not a lot of people did know about the Guardians of the Galaxy, but they brought them to life so well in the movies that people just fell in love with the characters.
Yeah.
The most exposure Guardians got outside of the nerds who actually read the books was in the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Hero cartoon, because they were featured in an it was Guardians versus Avengers couple episodes, and then and it was most of that same lineup.
Yeah.
But they followed the comic book storyline for Star-Lord, not the movies. Where it changed a lot about how his origin story and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. But that was like my first exposure. So when they got to Guardians, the movie, I was like, oh, hey, I know these guys to a degree. But I was into all that shit because Earth's Mightiest Heroes was based off of the Avengers movie. Not directly, but the characterizations were.
Yeah.
Like that version of Hulk, while not looking like what's his face, it was good. But that Iron Man was 100% Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man, 100%. And I liked that show, and I thought it was really good. And then some of the later Marvel movies, animated movies, followed similar basis for those same characters, like Thor being very Shakespearean, not the Chris Hemsworth doofball that came up later. He was more Thor 1 and Thor 2. So, and apparently, if you guys saw this, Chris Hemsworth wants to come back to do Thor 5. Taika Waititi is not involved in any way, shape, or form, and they're going to write an actual script.
Nice.
Yeah, he did.
I'm on
Instead
board.
of just visual everything.
No, I mean, they're actually going to write a real script because 85% of that last Thor movie was ad lib.
Really?
Yeah, even Ragnarok was about 60% ad lib.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to catch up to him. I think
He
the
hasn't finished his
next
Marvel
on my
one.
list is Ant-Man and Wasp.
Mm-hmm.
And after that's what the Infinity War or
Yeah.
Endgame.
They're getting there. Infinity War, then Endgame.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've seen Infinity War.
Actually, it's Infinity War, Captain Marvel, then Endgame.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to watch Captain Marvel before Endgame.
I'm getting there.
But yeah, talking to your point about the haters on Superman, I'm going to give it a chance because
I think it's all bots hating it. I don't.
well, there's a good
Well,
chance of that.
You mentioned they did some rewrites because it was too funny.
It was too funny.
Too many jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want
Which
it to be
I think
hokey.
the second trailer that dropped where the dog was just beating the ever living shit out of him. That was funny. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
'Cause he was an untrained, undisciplined
Yeah.
little
like,
powerhouse.
like a dog can be,
Yeah.
right?
So
Yeah.
here's what I've gathered from everything I've seen so far. Crypto is like one of the main plot points.
Yeah.
Because he is an untrained puppy driving Superman crazy. Part of the things they've shown is he destroys half of the fucking Fortress of Solitude and pisses off Superman. Another chunk is Lex Luthor kidnaps Crypto.
I did see that. in the
And that's
last
that
trailer.
clip.
I didn't
People
see
are
that one.
fucking going nuts that Superman's acting like a whiny baby. It's like, first of all, he just got through with a fucking
Dude.
really severe fight. Second of all, he just found out his fucking dog got stolen by his mortal enemy. And they're like, well, he's acting like a whiny bitch. I was like, no, he's trying not to rip this man into shreds.
I was about to say, you would be
I'd
lucky
say-
if any of us were just being whiny
About to say
bitches.
John Wick didn't whine.
Oh, which I finally watched
Dude,
John
that's
Wick.
a great call. Yeah.
Yeah, I finally watched John Wick for the first time this weekend.
I still need to watch 4.
You killed his dog.
Yes. It's like
The fucking Baba Yaga.
he stole John Wick's car and killed his dog.
You're on your own.
Yeah, you're right.
basically.
Yeah. Literally.
That was the whole movie.
That was except for when he was like, no, I'm gonna get in the way of him and send a whole bunch of people towards him. It was a good movie. But yeah, if you think of like if Superman didn't have that down to earth, country boy, be nice, big blue Boy Scout raising properties, he absolutely would have gone in there, slaughtered Luthor, ripped that building to shreds looking for his fucking dog.
Game over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
especially if he had that connection to the dog, like we all know.
Yeah. So, but I mean, like the weird part is, I think in this story, Krypto is meant to be like, it was meant to be a puppy that was sent with him from Krypton. He must have been in a stasis pod, so he ages, Krypto doesn't, kind of like the reverse of Supergirl. And so he gets him as this untrained puppy on Earth, and they still have the same problem of just that Kryptonian genetics. Yellow sun makes strong and powerful. Now you have to deal with this super powered dog
Yeah.
and keep it away from people.
I've heard some rumor that it's maybe the segue into the Supergirl
I think so,
attachment.
because they are going to have a Supergirl movie starring Millie Alcott.
Yeah.
From she was the young version of
What's the dragons?
Rhaenyra from House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Which God knows when that next season's coming. I
God,
think
those
I think
are-
they had a 4-year
I'd
gap.
say we stopped watching that a while ago.
Yeah, but it was, I think,
Because it was right when I joined.
yeah.
A year plus ago?
not
We were
quite.
just on the last season of House of Dragons.
House of Dragons.
Well, you haven't been here for a year because you haven't been on for 50
No,
episodes.
because I actually hadn't watched Game of Thrones until I joined up.
Yep.
So I had to power through those.
I made him watch all the
and
things.
then House of
I
Dragons.
did that with my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I caught up.
Yeah.
You got caught up. Yeah.
Read the books.
Well, I did tell him that it's like you can watch House of the Dragons without watching Game of Thrones, but there's actually tie-ins of
Yeah.
things that you know from the future.
For sure.
But I also told him is like, okay, if you're gonna watch these things, you got to watch it in this order. Like I said,
Well, still,
I told him watch Rogue One before watching Andor.
I was watching the last 2 seasons of Game of Thrones going, why are you different?
Yeah, very, very. So
Because the books where they leave off, Daenerys gets on the Black Dragon and takes off into the sky, and that's the last you see of her.
that's the last you see of anybody.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
pissed
Book
a
stops.
lot of people.
It just stops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the midget dude going, well, that sucks.
yeah. So that's why it's like.
That's why it stopped.
Let's see. Why did the last 3 seasons not make any sense?
Yeah.
Because they had no idea
They
what they were
made 'em up.
doing. They made it up as they went along. Except
They couldn't even holler at Salvatore and be like, help. Well, they're not Salvatore. R.R. Martin.
Yeah, no.
I mean, he gave them the.
Sorry, Salvatore was the guy that did the
No.
Dragonlance novels.
Yeah, no. He
Oh, yeah,
gave
yeah,
he
yeah.
gave
That's
him
right.
he gave him the ending and he gave them the road markers and they invented the rest.
Oh, God, it was awful.
But he just gave up on writing like 20 years ago.
yeah.
So literally the books. He's already said the books will never be finished.
I'm old.
Yeah. Dude, he made his millions from the show and didn't give a fuck anymore about finishing the books. He wrote like 4 other books without finishing those.
And you never would have guessed looking at him that he would do that.
You know, who was it?
Yeah, that kind of that.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine did an episode where they had a similar author who just kind of gave up on it.
Yeah,
He just got all curmudgeonly and cruel and trying to. Someone stole a script and he basically set it up to collect the insurance off of the thing.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
Because he just was blocked and didn't give a damn anymore.
Well-
That'll do it.
I even said it's like, dude, all you got to do is feed that shit into Chat GPT. Like you're like,
You're about to
well,
set
no,
a fire.
well, no, feed, no. If he doesn't want to finish writing it, but he still wants to get it done, put in what the TV show did, put in the corrections he would make to that, and feed it into Chat GPT, and then have someone edit it to make it better.
At least, yeah.
The least amount of
To
work he really
correct.
would have to do. Yeah,
You're
just-
not wrong.
Yeah,
And-
the-
I mean, technically.
because I mean the problem is the fans have already written
Oh,
2
trust
million.
me. Here in minimum 10 years, that's all. Everything's going to be written.
Golly, that is,
No,
It's going to be
Two.
scary as hell.
Yeah.
2
I think
years.
That's I
2
think-
years we'll be making
'Cause
full
you-
2-hour movies.
You sent me the video of the comedian doing a stand-up show that was entirely generated, animated, and written by AI,
So,
which is and it looked good,
well,
yeah, and
what,
it's crazy.
what the new
and it was funny.
the Google video AI can only make like 8 seconds at a time right now. In 2 years, it'll be able to do 40 minutes, no problem. And it looks real. The script is good. It's hard to not believe
Yeah.
what you're seeing. Hollywood's dead.
Which, if you can finesse it right and still have an artistic touch through the platform, that may be awesome for a lot of people.
I
who
was
wouldn't
playing
have
with AI
access.
for the
But it
first time.
destroys the actual video
Yeah.
creation end of it because the AI does all of it.
Yeah. Well,
The
yeah,
effects, it does everything. You don't
Yeah.
need real actors
Yeah.
ever
But-
again.
Yeah.
They'll be selling your likeness.
Oh,
People who actually suck at acting will sell their likeness to these AI studios to make them fantastic on screen because they would have never been that good.
Exactly. Millie Vanilli could actually do a concert.
Oh yeah, Millie. The Millie.
Man, I'm talking about taking it to the extreme.
By the way, I never did get to mention the Millie
yeah,
Vanilli
here we go.
Disturbed thing.
Yeah, I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
If you ever want to do a deep dive on an 80s movie that is underappreciated,
Uh-huh.
Electric Dreams.
I know of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
You're talking about
uh,
being sad over
Was it?
computer.
That's
It is early 80s, by the way.
what scientist?
Well, he made me
wrote that?
watch one movie, and I'm skeptical of his
What-
recommendations.
What was
forever?
because it's isn't that the one where it's like do robot sheep have electric dreams or something like that?
No,
the whole
no,
movie?
that's what the title of the book.
I thought it was adapted from the book, or am I just combining those two things?
for the what do you call? God dog it, Blade Runner, right? That's the book.
Correct. Okay,
Yeah.
that's where it came from.
Yeah.
So electric dreams, different thing.
Yeah, no, yeah, and there may be another movie by this. But
I didn't know if it had those two things swing together.
No, but there's how movies have the same title sometimes. There
Sometimes.
might be one like that, but it's about a guy essentially in the 80s, but his whole house gets taken over by a computer, kind of like a Her type
Okay,
thing.
okay.
But back then,
Kind of like
I liked it back
like
then.
HAL 9000 situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It gets jealous of him dating.
Oh, so it is closer to like Her. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they never bothered to tie Her into Lucy, because that would have made sense
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
with what happened to her at the end.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Lucy?
Like,
The movie Lucy?
no.
Oh, you should.
Is that the one with the chick that got real smart and started fighting shit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Blonde girl?
Black
Okay.
Widow.
Yeah, it's called Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
It's hot on screen.
Okay.
It's a terrible fucking movie, you know? Morgan Freeman being around, sitting around
Oh.
talking Morgan Freeman nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh, I sent you the
That
fucking.
was golden.
I told you that shit was good.
That was golden.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman
One day.
narrated his own
yeah.
birth.
Narrated his own birth. One day, Morgan Freeman saw himself crying in the mirror, and,
Those were
and
good.
then he was old for the
And-
rest of his life.
I recently drug through and found something equally retarded. It was Christopher Walken reading the lyrics to Poker Face.
Oh yeah, that's
It was
What?
great. It was great.
trying to imagine
Hold on,
that.
is that AI or not?
No, it's 100% real. Walken's
Okay.
one of my favorite actors just because he's wonderfully
He does
weird.
My poker face. Wow.
My
That's
my
crazy.
my poker face.
Poker Face.
Wow.
No.
It's
Yeah.
trash.
Yeah, exactly right. That's
I want to hear him do WAP.
Wow.
No,
No.
no. It's like, Mr. Walken, we need you to read these lyrics today. No.
I stuck this watch.
Give it.
What
up
movie
my
was
wet
that?
ass pussy.
Yes. Okay, now we do need it, or we need you to do it.
Oh man.
Do your best Walken.
Get your AI going. Let's make it happen.
Just all Brad. We'll just add the beat. All right. Either way, we'll wrap up there, guys. It's been a longer show than we anticipated, but it's fine. We had a good time here. Thanks, Brad, for coming and visiting.
Yeah,
Thanks
well,
for having me.
appreciate
This is great, guys.
Bro,
I really appreciate it.
we're figuring out a new schedule or sticking with the same schedule. We'll see what happens. But anytime you want to come by, because after you get past 2, or once you get to 2, you can join the Awkward Offenders.
Yep.
All right. This has been fun.
If you want to. You're a nerd enough, you probably would have fun with the Awkward Offenders. Because we need better offsets than the last 2 people. Last 2 people got the same offset, but in different directions.
Well, the dice you have for us now, it's so limiting.
It's the same limits. It's just that we have to be creative within boundaries.
A re-roll to get something better.
The last 2 people got racism and
Gay.
gay as their offset. but
in a row.
But
They're weighted.
yeah, we got a black Professor Xavier who has to think about gay sex but negatively to use his powers, and then we got the racist Hulk who has to activate his powers by singing show tunes. And by the mean racist, he turns into whatever race fits his needs for strength.
Wow.
So if he needs to be really strong, he turns into a giant black linebacker. If he needs to be weak in a situation, he turns into a tiny Asian.
When you were saying that, I went straight to Samuel Jackson. As
Yeah.
you were like, I'm like, I could do that, right? He could pull that off.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We have not inducted a new offender in a while.
Not in a while.
'Cause nobody
Last
else
was Louis.
Last one. No. Yes. Last
Yes.
one. No, it was Jordan.
It was Joe.
Jordan. You just said Joe.
I didn't
Like,
finish the rest of his
I
name.
don't finish names.
Or
We don't have well, there is a Joe, but he's not in the offenders.
We do now.
Shout out to Joe. I haven't talked to him in a minute. I'll hit him up. He would 100% be in the offenders, and I don't know what his power should be, but racist and gay would probably be good for him. All right, either way, guys. So make sure you follow all the socials and stuff like that. And what was the dog IG again?
oh, Benny and Butters.
Benny and Butters. Go check out Benny and Butters, see some cute animals. And then, of course, you can follow Heffy over at The Grounded and Grumpy. You can follow us here at Nymea Pod or me at _Shoky. And then, of course, if you need printing stuff done, go hit up Chad at C4 Graphics. And
Except on Mondays.
for the love of God, we need him back on Monday so I don't have to change my fucking schedule. Either way.
Well, it would eliminate my zombie day.
I don't know. I kind of like you, wonky.
That's be normal. Imagine be well rested and in a good mood.
Oh, God.
And some drinks. You're fucked.
I'm better off on the zombie days when you're
Exactly.
look, zombie days are better when you're under restrictions.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. So I'm going to keep it this way. Just kidding. Just kidding. Either way, guys. So you're new to the show. So what we do is I will say, and with that, and then we do a simultaneous K-bye. So
I was getting ready to do that myself. I'm ready to go.
shut up. And with that,
K-bye.
K-bye.
Bye.